But you already know, man. We about to have another great show per usual. Let's get it, man.
And then, of course, we got the guy that's always hating on LSU, always hating on the Saints. Everybody stinks but his teams. What's up, Mr. Box Office?
Eggs, you think that C's not on because of the fantasy beatdown? No, no, no. He's not on because of the Saints. He
Uh,
knows they are screwed and their season is done. It's over with. I hope he enjoyed it the first 2 weeks of the season. I
ah,
told him it means nothing. And here we are. That's why he's ducking us tonight.
Wow. Hey, Spencer Rattler. Oh, hey, I said it before the year started. Sleeper alert. Here
You're
we
about to
go. We're
be
going to talk about
disappointed.
it. But of course, the guy that, man. The last play on the offensive side, and boy, is he happy right now. Jalen Tober with the touchdown. Kill. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, I've been asking everybody that all week, man. I've been trolling them with pictures of me in the Cowboys
Oh,
gear.
God.
And I'm still gonna ask everybody, how about them Cowboys, man? I know some people did pick the Steelers to win.
Not me.
Not me.
I did.
Not me.
Wait, hold on. Give me a second.
I got my brother in the building. Even though he didn't answer that phone when I called another night. Supposed to be
Well,
my
you ain't
dog.
call me.
You talking
It's
about
supposed
King
to be
Duck?
my. What's up with that C, man?
Y'all boys ain't called me, man. I never duck
Oh,
smoke. I bring smoke. I never duck smoke.
here we go.
Uh, talk
Ooh.
that
Understand?
talk, see? Talk that talk, bruh.
What's good, man? What I missed?
We
We
just
just
started, baby.
started.
All right, let's get it.
Let's go, Keo.
All right, man. This is Nbs Show Episode 61. The show is already live on YouTube and Twitter right now. So make sure everybody go share the podcast. Shout out to we got some people pulling up right now. We got 12 people in here right now. So shout out to you guys. That's some more people tune in. But yeah, man, episode 61, man, and we got um we got some things to talk about, man. And first things off, we're gonna start off with college football. College football, a lot of upsets happened this past week. I'm not gonna run through them, but a lot did happen this past week in college football, and it was a huge shakeup in the AP top 25s this past weekend or a couple days ago. So what I wanted to ask you guys is, what's the biggest takeaway from what you see from the top 25 shakeup?
I'll jump it off. The biggest takeaway I seen from this was it was a lot of upsets, obviously, but one team left a lot of people upset. The U,
Oh,
back-to-back weeks, dodging bullets like the Matrix. They call us the young. What's his name? Young Neo. What's his name in the Matrix? Dodging bullets. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest takeaway. Like all that stuff that happened, and we had the 10:30 game, Pacific time, 10:30. Everybody was like, "Oh, this might be the one." Everybody else got upset all week. I mean, all day. Excuse me. The U down. What we down? 35-10. My wife, not MBS, but my wife said, "I'm going upstairs. We're going to bed. You need to do the same thing. This game is over."
oh,
I told her, "No, that's not. I'm not doing that. I'm here because it's all about the U. I'm going nowhere." I went back upstairs. I woke her up. I said, "Game's over. We won." She said, "Stop playing." I said, "I don't play. I don't play.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Reek. Wake our ass up, bro.
Wake your ass up.
Yeah,
Get up."
yeah. Reek. I wouldn't say Miami was dodging bullets, but they did take some bullets, and like your cousin said, there's some bullets I still can't get out of me.
Mm.
Woo!
Talk to him, King. Talk to him. That's my biggest takeaway.
go ahead, box office. What's your biggest takeaway of this past week?
My biggest takeaway is that the transfer portal is changing everything in college football. obviously college football has always had upsets, but you kind of saw them coming because you knew teams and you were more familiar with teams. Now look at them. You just mentioned Miami. Sure, they were the favorite, but they were down 25 points, and the reason they came back is because of a transfer, Cam Ward. And then you look at Vanderbilt beating Alabama. Who was the difference there? Oh, it's the Vandy transfer quarterback from New Mexico State. So my biggest takeaway is how quick a transfer can impact the school. Even these freshmen, technically they aren't transfers, but they're transfers from high school. Jeremiah Smith dominating for Ohio State. Obviously, we know about Ryan Williams at Alabama because he's been on the big stage. He had a great game against Vandy as well. But my biggest takeaway is really the transfers of what they can do to change a school so quickly. Man, how many upsets did we see? Minnesota beating USC. Obviously, we talked about the one earlier, Vanderbilt beating Alabama for the first time since 1984. Holy crap. I just couldn't believe USC lost, man. USC, I just don't understand them at all. They beat LSU. They lose to Michigan. Okay, it's a close game. It's hard to win in Ann Arbor. But then you lose to Minnesota. I don't know what USC I can expect each week. Well, we all picked Michigan on the show. I said on the show, Washington is the Vegas favorite. They ended up winning. That was a hard game to predict. So, none of us even mentioned Arkansas beating Tennessee. What a huge upset that was. Another different quarterback there, Green for Arkansas. So, man, transfer portal can change a lot, especially if you have a transfer quarterback. You don't even need 2-3 years. You could beat a team like Alabama your first year with that transfer quarterback. So that's my biggest takeaway.
You want me to go next? See why you finish your food?
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead, my boy.
All right, well, I'll go next. My biggest takeaway is nobody's safe. Nobody's safe this year in college football. I know we talked about it going into college football, that there may be no undefeated teams that go to the playoffs because, bruh, the SEC is crazy. I mean, literally, you have Vanderbilt knocking off Alabama. Texas A&M destroyed Missouri. It wasn't even, that was so bad because at least other games were somewhat close. That wasn't even close. That was a beatdown. But my biggest takeaway is the parity, man. It is literally close when it comes to college football. You know, you think about college basketball and March Madness. Once the tournament comes, anybody can win it because it's a one game type thing. Well, that's how it's starting to feel in football right now. If you catch a team on the right Saturday, which we all know you have, for the most part, but in past years, you have teams like Alabama that don't lose to no Vanderbilt. Even Nick Saban came out and said, we're not worried about that. Vanderbilt, that's the one team that we're not worried about. But this year, hey, man, I really believe that if there's a team that goes undefeated, it's going to be one of those teams like a team that's not in a Power Four conference, because all of these teams that's in the Power Four conferences have schedules that they got to go through as a gauntlet. So I think it's good for college football, and that's what I got away from it. That's what I got away from this past week, I should say.
All right. Mine is kind of like X's, and it's that the SEC is loaded, and they're going to beat up on each other. That just like the old days, man. The SEC, people have been talking about that falling off over the last couple of years. Box office is one of them. But
you can't say that now. He's a part of the SEC, baby.
Reeks another one. But I tell you that the SEC is back, and anybody can be anybody. And I'm talking about from the best team, Alabama, to the worst team, Vanderbilt. Just like that. And really, it could have been worse than that. Alabama just had too much talent to get blown out. But Vanderbilt was playing really good. They looked like they were one of the better teams in the country. But you look at it, like I said, man, anybody can beat anybody in the SEC on any given Saturday. That's the best thing about this, is that this has me interested in all of the games on Saturday. All of the games on Saturday, not just your team. You got to watch all of these games on Saturdays. Keep up with all of them. And anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. It's not just a gimme game. And the losers are the people who betted on all the favorites this weekend, this
Sure.
past weekend.
Count me
Uh,
in.
yeah, usually I do one ticket with like about $5 on it, and I take all the favorites. And I'm like, if all the favorites just happen to win on a weekend, I'm gonna get rich. But this was not the weekend. That ticket was over by the first set of games.
For sure.
The biggest takeaway is the real ACC champions, the team that I picked to win the ACC, and I'm about to be Yvonne too, so I can't rule him out also.
Disrespectful.
And it's gonna be the second straight year where I'm gonna be right for the ACC champions. It's gonna be the second straight year X and C will be wrong picking the ACC champions. It's the Clemson, the real Tigers, the Clemson Tigers, man.
Cats.
They
Cats.
it was my biggest takeaway. They finally get the respect from the voters voting them in the top 10. They move 5 spots up in the top 10, and they've been very consistent, man. Unlike Miami, who's been struggling, Clemson hasn't. So
What?
yeah, man, I like Clemson. I like Clemson, what they've been doing, man, and they've been consistent. They've been beating teams convincingly. They beat teams that they're supposed to beat, and that one loss under the belt is against the best team. The one loss against under their belt is against the best team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs.
I actually agree with that last portion. I actually agree with that last one that you said.
We got
and we're
problems,
gonna find
Kia.
out real soon about that.
We got beef, Kia. I just want to let you know. We got MBS beef. I just want to let you know that.
I do agree with Kill's last point. I do.
All right, man. Let's move on over, man. So I think the polls affected. I'll be honest. It did affect Alabama the most. Not only that they get knocked out, losing to these nerds from Vanderbilt, but
Man.
also we had Jalen Milroe on the top of the list. It looks like he has fallen down from that list. So Ashton Genty is what everybody's talking about right now. A lot of people like him to win the Heisman. So is he your favorite right now on the top of the list as far as the Heisman goes?
What? Mr. Box Office, can you refresh my memory? Week after week one, maybe might have been week two. What you told me about moments for Heisman. Moments matter. Like Boydie's playing against a bunch of nobodies, and he's running crazy. Is this not what? That's what I remember. Everybody agreed with when Box Office said it. When I was saying Cam Ward, and they were saying who he played against, we were saying how Urs, how you say his name, what he did against who's that ranked team y'all played week two?
Michigan.
The moment. So Cam had 2 back-to-back weeks. The number speaks for itself. Back-to-back weeks where we could have went down. We could have 2 losses. He led 2 game-winning drives. Back-to-back weeks, not twice in the whole year, but back-to-back. When we were down, we were down double digits in back-to-back weeks. Cam led them back. Amazing play after play. V-Tech was supposed to be one of the favorites for ACC. California,
one of my favorites.
I mean, one of them, one of the favorites. There was a contender for the ACC. California is supposed to be a pretty good team. Their daggone self, one of the best defenses in the country. Supposed to made us look real bad. Ken Ward still did what he did. Do what he do. So, I mean, shout out to my man from Boise. He's playing against a bunch of whoever's at this point. I think he's going to be an amazing running back. At the end of the day, no matter who you're playing, it's still college talent, and you're going to do what you're going to do in the NFL, I believe. But it's no way we're going to give a Boise State player a Heisman Trophy playing against who they're playing against. It's impossible. Right now, that trophy belongs to Cam Ward to this moment. It's other players involved in it. It's other players there. But right now, Cam Ward is at the top of the pack. We had, like I said, Milrow was there. He just lost. Urs, he was there. He got hurt. Ken Ward, all I see is 400 plus every game, 3 plus touchdowns every game. What more do y'all want? What more do y'all want from me? I say he ain't played with nobody. V-Tech, he played. California, he played one of the best defenses in the country. What more do y'all want? I don't understand. It's all about the U. That's all I'm believing.
Oh man, I think that's somewhat of a biased take. Not mad at you, not mad at you because Cam Ward is up there. I will admit that. Cam Ward for me. You're gonna get mad what I'm about to say because I like your point about the back-to-back comebacks. Very, very good. Good job on his part. But I got him at 3 still. I know you like X, you fucking. You got him at 3. Yes, I got Cam Ward at 3, even though, he came back. But here's what I'll tell you. Yes, he came back. But they were favored in both of those games against Virginia Tech and against Cal. And they should have beat Cal by way more. I don't know what that would happen. It was at Cal. It was at Berkeley. I get that. So, the emotions was flying high against VT. That was in Miami. You should have took care of business early on that one, in my opinion. But Ashton Genty, you said he did against some scrub teams. He did that against Oregon. Oregon's a top 3 team. Yes, they didn't win the game, but he went crazy in that game against Oregon. Nobody has been able to stop him yet. So I got him up top the list. He don't even have 100 carries yet, and it's over 1,000 yards. I think 16 touchdowns. That's insane. That is insane. I don't care who you playing against. You don't have 100 carries, and you
I don't
got
like what you're doing
1,000
right
yards.
now because I don't like what you're doing because you're making too many good points, and I don't like it. That's all I want to say.
And then my second guy, I have to say, is Travis Hunter because I'm going to be honest with you. Even though I thought Travis Hunter and Colorado, we know Travis Hunter can play football. There's no doubt about that. But I didn't think Colorado was going to be good. And they're actually good so far. They've been winning some games. They did lose to Nebraska on the road. But Travis Hunter, man, he plays every down, offense, defense, and he makes plays every week. I got Travis Hunter at number 2. But Cam Ward's in the mix. He's definitely right there. And if Genty falls off or Hunter falls off, or let's say Cam Ward has that big magical moment against a Clemson,
He will.
then he surpasses.
Easy word, light word.
Go ahead, Mr. Box Office.
All right. So I'm going to agree with Reek here. I think Cam Ward is number 1 just because he's undefeated. Now, obviously, quarterback has more control than a running back. Ashton Genty did ball out against Oregon. One thing I did see today, though, if you compare Barry Sanders' Heisman Trophy stats so far to Ashton Genty's got better numbers.
Dog, if you do Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry, I'm talking about way better than them. But granted, they play in a better conference, too.
Right. Exactly. Now, I think Ashton Genty is number 2. I think he's right there. And a number 3 to me is just open for anybody. Because Milrow, I think, screwed it up. Quinn Ewers would be there if he never got hurt.
Facts.
So you can go Travis Hunter. I just got to see it against better competition. I feel like Colorado's beating a bunch of nobodies. If they start beating some of these better Big 12 teams, then, I'll show more respect. So to me, who really cares, though? Because it's very early on. Quinn Ewers' next 3 games, Oklahoma, Georgia, and then Vanderbilt, who just beat Alabama. If he beats all 3 of those, it's going to be hard for a Cam Ward to be like, all right, who have you beaten, Cam Ward? Just an example. Same thing with Ashton Genty. So I'm not tripping. Right now, I have Cam Ward 1, Ashton Genty 2, and number 3 is just open right now, but it doesn't really matter. It's early on.
But before you go, see, I would just say, like, nothing. I don't mean this in a hate way at all. Urs is pretty much out of it. It's never been a Heisman winner to miss 2 games ever. So just off that alone, no matter what he does, I don't think he has a chance of winning. I thought he was in the running before it, but you can't miss 2 games. Unfortunately, what happened to him. But you can't miss 2 games and put yourself back in.
It would have to be something super special.
But what if
Georgia?
But what
I
if
think it's really the Georgia game.
What if Quinn Ewers does this? He balls out in all these games. He beats Georgia, Oklahoma, and at the end of the year, SEC title game, he beats Alabama. but he's putting up great numbers, and they go undefeated into the playoff. That's gonna be a case because no one's gonna care that you missed 2 games against Mississippi State and UL Monroe. You know,
I just can't see he'll being the first one to ever miss multiple games and win Heisman. Like he don't give me that person to be that.
as long as he goes undefeated and beats all those teams, I could see it. But
I think it has to be more than undefeated. I think that he would have to throw for 300-400 yards in these games, 3 touchdowns apiece. He would have to be outstanding in them win. They would definitely have to be winning off of his arm and his performance.
But do y'all feel that way about like Milroe because he's got a bad loss? Does he have to go undefeated the rest of the year?
I think he's feeling it.
Out of it.
I think he's feeling it.
Out of it. Huh?
You say he's out of it? See?
Yeah.
Really?
I think he lost to Vanderbilt. I mean, that's gonna be way harder to come back from than it was just missing 2 games. I think losing to Vandy, they would have to run the table. He would have to have crazy games. Like he would have to have so many Heisman moments moving forward. I don't know their schedule, but he would have to have some crazy Heisman moments. Putting up same thing like I said about you was putting up 300, 3 touchdowns a game.
And one person I want to add though that we are sleeping on is Dylan Gabriel. He's got his chance this weekend against Ohio State. And then we could like open our eyes to him.
It's gonna be hard for anybody to beat Ashton Genty statistically. It's like your statistics going to be like crazy to beat Ashton Genty. So it has to be more than just you're gonna have to win these games as well and have these big moments.
And all right, so I guess it's my turn. All right, so Genty's number 1 on my list. He's still number 1, and like my main point, y'all kind of labored on it, but he didn't just put these numbers up on Scrubs. He put the same type of numbers up on Oregon. I'm talking about 3 touchdowns, 192 yards. This dude's been hooping, bro. This dude is really hooping out there. And as a running back, it's going to be hard for him to win it. But I think that he's definitely number 1 right now. I don't think anybody's denying that. He's like a placeholder though until whatever quarterback steps up and just takes off with it. And Cam Ward is number 2 on my list. He has a possibility to do it. He goes out there and he balls against Clemson. I think just off that alone, that puts him in the driver's seat. I think that puts him in the driver's seat. But he goes out there and lay an egg against Clemson. Now you got your Dylan Gabriels and all them jumping up in there. And Travis Hunter is my 3rd choice right now. And I think he's the best football player in the country right now, to be honest with you. I think he's the best football player, but he's still 3rd because it's a quarterback's award, and B, Genty's just going crazy right now. And you can't nobody's going to put up better numbers than him, just like you said. So you can't really knock that. And I really think Genty, I don't think he's going to win it. He probably win Offensive Player of the Year or something, but he's not going to win. He's not going to win. He's not going to win the Heisman. He's a placeholder right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't think Genty's the favorite to win the Heisman. Yeah, you did put those numbers against Oregon, but guess what? You lost against Oregon at the end of the day. So I can't give you points for that. You know, we could make argument for players who's lost against teams who's had a good game. Carson Beck has a good game. I could have made an argument for him. Yeah, but the only don't hate, man. Don't hate on the white quarterback. I know you like but look what he did. But at the end of the day, in the second half, look what he did in the second half. That's a good game.
4 turnovers. I don't care what quarter. If you turn the ball over 4 times,
but guess what? If Georgia would have won that game, I know where Carson Beck. If Georgia would have won that game, you know damn well Carson Beck would have been on your Heisman list. So don't cap about that.
But he didn't.
Yes or no? Would he been on your Heisman? Yes or no?
Yes. And
you don't want to answer my question. Okay. I know what your answer is. No. I know what your answer is. No.
4 turnovers.
As
I
soon
don't
as I
care.
speak, you
I'm gonna
guys
use.
start
Hold
cutting me
on.
off.
Can I ask
Look,
you a
I'll
question?
let you guys talk. I didn't say
Hold up.
nothing.
You asked me a question.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna use
Go
I'm
ahead
gonna use
since you
a
want to cut
college
me off.
reference. If you have 4 turnovers in a game, that is not an A plus. That is not a good game. I don't give a damn who it is. 4 turnovers not an A plus.
What you mean? You admitted yourself that Carson Beck would have been on your Heisman list if Georgia would have won that game. So don't cap now about that.
Milrow would be on all our lists if he beat Vanderbilt. So
I never said that Carson Beck would have been the top guy on the Heisman list. I
You
said
was
he
making
would
like
have
he had
been
a
on
good
it.
game. It was a good
It
comeback.
was a
not
good game though. It was a good game though. It was a good game though.
What was it?
Look, I didn't cut you off when you started
Go
talking.
ahead, go
You cut
ahead.
me off when I started talking.
Go ahead,
Stop being
Keto.
sensitive. Go ahead.
You see how they pick on Asian people on this show. But it's all good. But anyways,
just
man.
make the damn point, man.
I don't have him. I don't have Austin Gentry. He ain't gonna win Heisman. A running back hasn't won the Heisman since 2015 or 16. I think the last guy was Derrick Henry. So no matter how good he plays, he ain't gonna do it because there's no competition out there where you could say, yes, he beat this team. But guess what? He lost to Oregon. So that does not matter at all. I'm not giving you no type of credit when you lost the game against Oregon. It doesn't matter you play good. Your team lost at the end of the day. You did not beat Oregon. So I don't think he should be the favorite. The favorite. Hold on. Let me talk, man.
Go.
Go, Keto.
My favorite is Travis Hunter. He's gonna be the favorite to the rest of the year. The team has been good, 3-1. People expect Colorado to be a bad team. They expect this team to win a losing record. If Colorado wins the Big 12 and locks in that seed, they're gonna give it to Travis Hunter. And the next guy I would give it to is Cam Ward. Cam Ward is carrying this team, no matter if he's struggling against these mediocre subpar teams like Cal and Virginia Tech.
Did you pick me, Tech?
Yeah, I did.
You did. He did.
Yeah, I did. But Cam Ward brought them back. It wasn't the coach. It wasn't the running back. It wasn't the wide receiver. At the end of the day, we're only talking about one player in Miami. That's it. It's Cam Ward. We're not talking about anybody else, which is kind of rude and disrespectful because you're discrediting the wide receivers and the running back. Even Reek don't even mention any of the players in Miami outside of Cam Ward. That's what it is in Miami. It's because of Cam Ward. The reason why this team is undefeated is because of Cam Ward. There's a reason why Cam Ward is in the Heisman. There's a reason why Cam Ward came back and beat Virginia Tech, came back and beat Cal. It's because of Cam Ward. It's not because of anybody else. But yeah, that's my Heisman list.
Oh yeah, do you have something? Because I had something too. You had something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, all I want to say, it ain't against Kill at all. It's not against Kill. Everybody keep talking about this running back from Boise State stats, how phenomenal they are. There's never been a quarterback that throw for 300 plus every game of the season. Cam Ward will complete that task by the end of the season. That's the stat that's not there.
Okay, hold on. I just gotta say one thing. I swear, I ain't tripping. If you'd had Cam Ward number 1, I would have been cool with that because that would have made sense to me because you just sat there and said Ashton Gentry lost to Oregon. So you don't care that he had them great stats. Well, Travis Hunter lost to Nebraska and they got blown out. So I don't know what you're talking about. Ashton Gentry lost to a team that was a top 5 team on the road. How you gonna knock him for losing that game and still balled out? But you give Travis Hunter his flowers, and they lost to a team that really was a 50-50 call. Maybe Nebraska was a little favorite, but they wasn't wildly favored to beat Colorado, and they got blown out. I don't get that. That makes no sense to me. But I'm not. I'm used to this.
Travis Hunter's numbers is better than Austin Genty. Travis Hunter has more moments right now than Ashton Genty. What's your favorite Ashton Genty moment? I want to see that. I want to hear that. Go ahead. Tell me. Tell me right now. Go ahead.
Hold up. Did you watch the game this past week? Did you watch it?
No.
Dude,
we don't get the games down here.
Hold up. Ashton Genty was hitting the backfield, bro. The dude was hit like 2 or 3 times, and I swear it's like he just bounces off of people, and then he breaks for about an 80-yarder. It's like crazy to me how good this dude is.
Ashton Genty, who did they play?
I'm not sitting here saying that he's going to win the Heisman because I kind of feel like these guys. Right now, he's at that holding spot. But what I'm simply saying is, what your argument was Travis Hunter, but you're not penalizing Travis Hunter for losing, but you're penalizing Ashton Genty.
I am penalizing him for losing. It's just that Hunter has more of an impact. Husner has more moments.
Okay, I challenge you to this one thing, and I promise we'll be done after this. Name somebody else on Boise State's team. Name one player. Name one player on Boise State's team.
I don't know. I don't watch Boise State.
And they hung tight with Oregon. They was neck and neck with Oregon because of Ashton Genty.
No, and they lost. They lost at the end of the day, man.
They did.
I will say though, if Boise State goes undefeated the rest of the way and they end up the G5 team in the playoff, bro, they will give somebody issues, and it'll probably be an SEC team that is ranked 5th. It'll probably be whoever is not the SEC champ that lost in the SEC title game, Georgia, Alabama, or Texas, that will get them. That's going to be crazy to watch, actually.
What about LSU?
No. Hold up. I will say this, though. As much as I think Ashton Genty's deserving up to this point, that would be horrible for Boise to run into a Georgia, because the Georgia's going to shut that down. One man is not going to do that.
What's wrong with that? You think he's so great? You think he's a favorite to win the Heisman? He did that against Oregon. You don't think he can do that against Georgia?
Hey, Keel,
that's your guy, man.
Hold on. Me and you actually agree on Georgia, because whether it's Ashton Genty, whether it's Travis Hunter, whether it's Cam Ward, they run into Georgia, they're losing that game.
Cam Ward go bust there, you know what? I ain't worried about that. You bring Georgia out of Miami if you want to.
All right, man. Let's move on over, man. I'm pissed off.
I know K. Klubnik couldn't do nothing with that Georgia defense.
K. Klubnik is a dark horse Heisman. Let me go there with him. The numbers are there. You want to talk about numbers and stats? The numbers look pretty good. Touchdowns, quarterback rating, QBR, man.
I didn't see
completion percentage, touchdown passes. Oh, you don't want to talk about that? Okay.
I didn't see it versus Georgia.
I rest my case.
I rest my case is crazy.
Boom. Go ahead, Yvonne. So the next topic is, so a lot of players can make their case for the Heisman this week because there's a lot of big top 25 matchups this weekend. So what I'm gonna ask you guys right now before we go to the picks, if you had one game to pick, man, only one game to pick from this college football schedule, what game are you picking, man? Let's see the biasness.
To watch?
It is biased. It's supposed to be. You better say your team.
I'm on a bye this week.
So first off, I want to say this weekend is the best college football slate of the season. I've been looking forward to October 12th all year long. See if they got you DJing at a wedding this weekend. Tell them to reschedule it. You don't want to miss this Saturday. I'm telling you, y'all, these games are fire.
I already turned it down.
Texas, Oklahoma, obviously for me is a huge one. Quinn Ewers is back. Obviously, some people would say, "Oh, Oklahoma's got a loss. They're on their second quarterback, who might be better than the first one." But to me, it's a rivalry game. These games are always close, no matter what. Anything can happen here. And then I think Penn State, USC can be tricky. USC's pissed off. They're at home against Penn State. Penn State hasn't really been tested like that yet. That's a scary game. Obviously, I think the big one is Oregon, Ohio State. I think that's what anybody's looking forward to most. And if LSU is going to put themselves back on the map, this is a game they got to win. This is a game they got to win. Ole Miss, we saw lost, but they bounced back against South Carolina. Man, I think the obvious answer is Oregon, Ohio State. That's the biggest game this weekend. But to me, this slate is awesome. There's no wrong answer.
I'll go.
Go ahead, Reed.
I personally, I don't think the Ohio State and Oregon game, that just seems weird to me. Like, it just don't seem right. Like, we named a bunch of teams that's like got some type of rivalry sometime within the regular conferences. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Ole Miss, LSU, Texas, Oklahoma, USC, Penn State. That's not. But it just don't. Oregon and Ohio State just don't seem right to me. Even though that's number 2 versus number 3. I think the best game to watch visually is 2 of them. It's between, for me, Texas and Oklahoma, because I think it's going to be better than we think it's going to be because Ewers is coming back, and we don't know if he got any rust with him coming back. And then we got LSU and Ole Miss. I think those are going to be the most exciting games. For me, the best one out of those 2, I'm going to go ahead and say Texas and Oklahoma. I'm gonna say Texas. I think this game gonna be the best game to watch. Like, visually, just watch of a good game that's just back and forth or just I think that's gonna be a better game than people expect. Only because Uwer's been out for 2 weeks and he might have a little rust, and it's a rivalry game. But I think Texas will ultimately. We'll worry about the picks. I ain't gonna say that, but that's what I got. I think Texas and Oklahoma.
All right.
Go ahead, see. There we go. Talk your stuff, see.
All right. This is the game I'm most excited to watch this Saturday is obviously the LSU game. It's the best game that's gonna be on TV this Saturday. We're playing at home. I was planning on attending this game, but I checked those ticket prices, and I'm already paying for my daughter to go to school there. I'm not gonna pay over $1,000 for a seat just to go see that game. I appreciate it.
No, Brian Kelly, we need sideline passes, man.
Yeah,
Neff is
man.
on the team. What
I'm
up?
telling you, man. I'm telling you. But yeah, man. I got a 65-inch at the crib, man. I'll watch it on there. It's good. But I think that this will be a good game. Last year's game was very memorable. It was a shootout. And I think that this year's game, I don't anticipate it being a shootout to that extent, but I think it's gonna be something. Take the over. Take the over if you're betting. Take the over in this game because I know both offenses are going to be putting some points on the board. Ole Miss, they lost one, then they came back, they won last week. I'm so glad they won last week. I hate playing a team off of a loss. So I like them coming into LSU, and after my experience at Death Valley, man, it's different coming in there, bro. It's different. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. They're gonna have to adjust to the atmosphere, and it's gonna be crazy in there. So this is gonna be the best game to watch. You won't be if you love football, if you love college football specifically, you're gonna want to watch this game, guaranteed.
Hey, see, man, you a smart man. Now it's time for the Sports Junkies take, baby.
Here we go.
It's no doubt LSU Ole Miss. Did you watch the game last year? Like C said, it came down to the very end. Now it's in Death Valley where the real Tigers play at Gil.
Talk to 'em.
The real Tigers. Gil, I want you down there to field access. You got to see it firsthand, Gil. You walked on that field. You felt the grass. You even tasted it like Les Miles used to do. And you said, I love Louisiana. Woo! And now, Ole Miss gets a chance, Jackson Dart, to come on this field and play against LSU. And he's going to have to do it for the second time in a row. We're going to pick the game in a few minutes. But just think about the quarterback play. You get Nussmeier versus Jackson Dart, 2 guys that have put up gaudy numbers. I like this matchup a lot as far as quarterback play. I know, Dylan Gabriel's played good. Will Howard, I mean, he has, his receivers that he have at Ohio State. But to me, this game, like C said, if you want to see points scored, this is the one. SEC football, nothing's better than this. LSU Death Valley at night. Man, this is gonna be the one, man. This might be better than, dare I say, Georgia, Alabama.
That's a lot.
Oh,
That's a lot.
hey, last year I asked y'all what was the best game last year in college football. That was one of them. Ole Miss versus LSU.
Exactly.
Um, I was gonna pick Oklahoma and Texas until I found out my favorite quarterback, Arch Manning, wasn't playing. So I totally lost interest in that game. And I know Texas is gonna kick Oklahoma's ass because Oklahoma is struggling deciding who their damn quarterback is. Um, LSU and Ole Miss, I'm not excited about it. It's I think it's a good I think it's gonna be a good matchup. I'm not picking my own team because I think Penn State is a pretty boring team. The only thing exciting about Penn State is just the atmosphere in Happy Valley. But the game that I'm gonna pick that I can't not miss.
By the way, the Penn State game's at USC, anyways.
No, I'm just saying if that did happen though. But the game that I cannot miss is Ohio State and Oregon. That's the game. I think these are people been questioning the team that Ohio State is. People don't consider them one of the best teams in the country. You know why? Because they haven't played anybody, even though they beat their opponents convincingly. You got Dylan Gabriel, who's gets his chance to make his Heisman case. You get the people. The national attention is on Jeremiah Smith right now, one of the best freshman wide receivers in the nation right now, and people get to see all that talent from the transport portal that Ohio State has, including what Oregon has to offer. Also, everybody's been talking about Oregon. People saying this is going to be a national championship preview. I want to see it, man. I want to see what happens, man. And I think the atmosphere with this game, you want to talk about the atmosphere as a college football fan? You cannot miss this game. You talk about the two of the top teams on top of the standings right now. When you come to Ohio State, when it comes to Oregon, one's ranked number 2, one's ranked number 3. It doesn't get any better than this. I'm going with Oregon and Ohio State in this game. All right, man. Well, there you have it, guys. So, Yvonne, I'm going to give it to you because we're back with our college football weekly picks.
Hey, Yvonne, I did good last week. God, tell him, Yvonne. Tell him what I did last week, Yvonne.
No, he just wants to give you the overall standings, not the weekly standings.
Very true. I'm focused on the whole year. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I picked West Virginia, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
You don't need to remind us, man. Shout out to GBD, though, man.
Hey, shout out to my brother, man, for sure.
All right, here's where we stand. So, C is first place at 26-12. I'm one game back, 25-13. X is 24-14, so 2 games back from C. Reek 22-16 and Keo's 500 at 19-19.
What's so funny, man? To be honest with you, man, I didn't care what happened in sports because it was my mom's birthday. So,
Happy birthday, Mama Kia.
You made those picks before your mom's birthday.
Happy birthday, Mama Kia.
All right, so like I said, best slate of the college football season. It was actually hard to put 6-7 games on here because we're going to miss some good games as well. Let's first start out with Kansas State at Colorado. Big 12 matchup. Both are 4-1.
Let's go.
It's in Boulder. Who we got?
Oh, man.
Easy work. I told you who would win the Big 12 this year, and everybody laughed and mocked and laughed at me from the beginning. And y'all seeing it's coming. It's coming to fruition at this point. Colorado is gonna win this game. They're putting the things together. They're finally doing more playing and a little bit less talking. They still talk too much for my liking, but they're doing more playing. They're letting their play speak for them more than they're just talking. And I don't see them on social media as much as I did last year. It's calming down just a little bit, and they're letting ESPN and Sports Center post for them rather than them post themselves. As I think they used to for every little thing. The talent is there. The defense is not there. Just do decent. The offense will be okay as long as you're not playing against a super imposing physical team. I don't think Kansas State is that physically imposing like a Nebraska would be. They're better than Nebraska as a team, but their physicalness is not as physical to me as Nebraska, and that's the only way Colorado loses to a team that's not in the SEC or, of course, Miami, whatever team like that. That's the only way Colorado can win. So I think this game would definitely be a win for Colorado. Honestly, that should have been one of the best games of the week because all Colorado games against a good team that's not too physically imposing is like a freaking nutty game where it goes to overtime like 4 times or something like that. So I got Colorado winning.
All right, Reek. You know you my dog, bruh. Hey, if they do it this week, I'll officially say, you know what, Colorado might be that team. But I got K-State. I just think they have to show me first. I think K-State is a good football team. I'm going to take K-State on the road to beat Colorado.
All right, I got Kansas State. Just off the strength of I just think they're a better football club right now. Just being honest, man. Colorado, they still are lacking that one thing that make me be like, oh no, they good. They have the skill players. It's just the line. The defensive line and the offensive line are still not there. They may be building something. He's getting one per year, it looks like, and it's gonna take a little while because you only get the people there for 4 years. So he's gonna have to up that average to be able to get a solid offensive and defensive line. But excuse me, no COVID. All right, but I got Kansas State. I think that the only thing that gives me pause is they got beat down by BYU, and that makes me think that it'll be a closer game. And like you said, any game with Colorado when they playing a game that's isn't too physically imposing, if something crazy happens, something nutty happens, right? This won't be any different. I think it'll be real close all the way up into the fourth quarter. Now, don't let it come down to one possession and get Shador the ball on the one. He can make that drive. Then I'll be in here shaking in my boots for picking Kansas State. So, but right now I got Kansas State.
And before you go, Keo, I think Dylan Edwards plays for K-State. The running back that played for Colorado last year that was on Colorado's team. So,
really?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. So that's going to be even more interesting.
He going to go crazy on them.
Don't start talking about running backs. You about to make me sick. I remember when after Colorado lost to Nebraska, somebody decided to put this graphic out that Colorado was going to lose the rest of their games. But guess what? The following week, they won. They blew that team out.
As underdogs.
Defense came to play. Oh yeah, we forgot about mention that, huh? But I got Colorado in this game because they got the Heisman favorite, the real Heisman favorite, Travis Hunter, and my favorite quarterback. Like I said, my favorite quarterback, Shador Sanders, man. Gotta love me some Shador, man. Well, I've been picking against Kansas State lately, and I'm gonna pick against them again. I think this is the best offensive talent that Kansas State is going to be facing this year, man. So the problem is Colorado's saying we got Travis Hunter and you don't. I got Colorado, man.
Let's go, Keo.
Okay. So the reason Colorado annoys me is because of all the hype without any, proof or reasoning for their hype. They haven't proven it out on the field. Now, I will say I do think that they are getting hot at the right time. I think Kansas State is getting Colorado at the wrong time, and it's in Boulder. I'm actually going Colorado.
Woo! Talk
I
this
am going
box.
Colorado. I just think it's right timing for Colorado, and they're at home. I think they beat Kansas State. I do.
Yes,
It's
yes.
time to change your name to Big Box Office.
All right, next matchup, same thing. Big 12 matchup.
The X pick?
Undefeated Iowa State, which is, by the way, number 11 in the country, goes to Morgantown to play West Virginia.
Wait, the X pick on the Colorado game?
Yes,
I
he
did.
picked
I
Kansas
got Kansas
State.
State.
Oh, okay. So you said Iowa State versus West
West
Virginia?
Virginia in
Listen,
Morgantown.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched the Iowa State game. I'm being honest with you. So that's gonna be more of a just me
Take a
knowing
guess.
Yeah, I know West Virginia. I've been picking them lately. West Virginia on my bets. So my pick is just basically off just going West Virginia. I don't have no clue about Iowa State if I'm being honest. So I'm just gonna be quick with it. I got West Virginia winning the game. You said West Virginia was home too, right? Okay, that helps me a little bit. So I'm gonna go West Virginia winning this game.
All right, all right. Smart man, Reek. You're a smart man. Iowa State does have a really good defense, though. I will say that. But to me, West Virginia, they have the schedule. They played the Penn States. They played Oklahoma State. You know, Oklahoma State hasn't been good this year. But we expected them to be. I think West Virginia at home. I'm gonna take West Virginia. Shout out to my dog GBD. Rest in peace to him, man. This was for you. Let's go, Mountaineers. All right, I'm gonna go with Iowa State, man. Just just off the strength, man. They're undefeated. They're undefeated. I'm gonna respect that. Um, I don't know much about either team, to be honest with you. I picked against West Virginia last week, and I probably shouldn't. Well, I know I shouldn't have because they won. But this week I'm gonna do it again. I probably was just a week off, so I'm gonna go with Iowa State. So you think Brock Purdy and Brees Hall is walking through the door to help Iowa State? Hell no. Let's go, Kia. Marcus Pfizer.
Oh.
I like that. I like that.
I got West Virginia in this game.
Yeah, Keo, GBD would be happy and proud of
Yes,
you.
sir, man. Iowa State, they have not played anybody, in my opinion. Of course, they've ranked at number 11, but they just haven't played anybody, and this is going to be their toughest challenge to date. And they're going to a crazy crowd down in Morgantown, where they just had a big win. I like West Virginia.
I'm going to go the Mountaineers as well. I think that kind of similar to the previous game I picked. I think West Virginia gets Iowa State at home at the right time. I watched one Iowa State game. It was the Iowa State game. So I agree, X. Their defense is tough. I just think that they're going to Morgantown at the wrong time. Another matchup, Big 12, that some people aren't familiar with, but another undefeated team. Arizona goes to BYU. 14th ranked BYU undefeated. Who we got?
You want me to go first? Or you got it, Reek.
I'm thinking. Go ahead. Jump on me.
Man,
Jump
this
up.
is the one I was hoping Yvonne didn't ask me because I'm sitting there like, dang, this one's tough for me. I'm going to take BYU. And here's why. Because to me, Arizona's too wishy-washy. 1 week they're okay, the next week they're not. They're terrible. I just think BYU has played consistency. They've showed a model of consistency throughout the year. They beat down Kansas State, who I just picked to beat Colorado. I think BYU at home. If they were on the road, I might have picked Arizona. But being at home, I'm gonna take BYU.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump there with you. So I think BYU, like you said, they just beat a very good Kansas State team, pretty handily. And like you said, Arizona, they too up and down. They wishy washy. Like you just don't know what you'll get out of them. One game, McMillan got 10 catches, 140 yards. The next game, he got 4 catches for 40 yards. Like, and that's their main guy. You would think that with a receiver like that, their quarterback would be throwing up crazy numbers, but he's not. So I just think BYU is the better team overall. They're more consistent. And they've been tested. Clearly, they've been tested. They just beat Kansas State, and that's a tough team. And I don't know. I wouldn't have picked BYU to beat Kansas State, honestly.
And they beat the brakes off
And
them.
they beat them right, and they beat somebody else too. I mean, was it Baylor? They beat a couple teams that was pretty decent that I was
Yep.
shocked about. That made me start watching them a little more. So yeah, I got BYU winning this game.
All right, I got BYU, man. Yeah.
We'll catch up.
I got BYU, man. Arizona, like you said, man, they up and down. They're too wishy-washy, man. You think they got a good team on their hands, then they go blow a game, and you be like, okay, well, they are trash. And then they'll win another game, and they'll look good, and then, okay, here we go, they'll lose another game. So I don't like that. I like consistency. And you don't get more consistent than undefeated. BYU, I got BYU. I am confident about this one, but only because they're at home.
One team plays for the Pac-12, the other plays for the WAC conference. Yeah, Western Athletic Conference, by the way, if you guys don't remember that.
Talk that talk then, Keith.
Yeah, man. I don't look at this as a Big 12 matchup. That's the way I look at it, because that's how I remember. That's how I remember. I remember these teams.
That's just
But obviously, there's a reason why BYU was in the WAC. I'm taking Arizona in this game, and I just think it's going to be a huge difference when it comes to the recruiting and the athleticism with these players, man. I'm taking Arizona. McMillan, one of the best wide receivers in the league. Fafita, I think that's the quarterback's name.
yeah.
He may be inconsistent at times. But in these type of games, man, he does show up, man. So I like Arizona to win this game.
Okay. BYU's offense has been on fire last couple weeks. They got this quarterback named Jake Retzlaff. He's got some legs on him. He could throw. That offense, I paid attention a little bit to their offense. They can score. I got BYU. And they're at home. There's no reason for me to pick Arizona here. They're too wishy-washy. All right, next matchup. Reek, you talked about weird Big 12, Pac-12 matchups that we're not used to. Well, here's another one. Penn State at USC.
Like we talked about it earlier too. USC, we don't know what you're gonna get with USC at this point. But then also we said Penn State, they don't impress me neither with their wins. This is honestly one of those picks I'm gonna take off of just because my wife went to that college. Honestly, because to me, both of them are. Even though Penn State undefeated, I believe they're undefeated still, right? They're
Yeah.
undefeated, but they don't look good with it. Like they're not covering spreads like that. They're just doing just enough to get by. But USC has just been too up and down for me. I can't pick them right now. Who's home? Penn State? You said no. You said USC's home, right?
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm gonna go Penn State. I'm gonna rock with Penn State with this game. Go ahead. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna take Penn State to go on the road and get this W on the West Coast and get that dub all the way from the East Coast. You know how we do.
Did you say your wife went to Penn State? What did I hear there?
Yeah. She's a cheerleader there.
Okay, cool.
The
The Nittany Lions.
Nittany Lions have survived, and they've moved up into the top 5. And I know USC has been wishy-washy, but Miller Moss at the Coliseum will knock off Penn State this Saturday. I got USC. I think they got caught this past week looking ahead to Penn State, and now Penn State's here. They will knock off the Nittany Lions, and Keo, they'll be partying in Southern California.
Oh, Kyle.
Nah, man. I got the Nittany Lions, bro. I got the Nittany Lions, and I know USC beat LSU, so they're unranked right now, and Penn State's undefeated. They're playing really good football. And I expect them to beat USC. I don't care if they're at home. I don't care if they're on the road. I don't care where it's at. I think Penn State's a better football team than USC, and I expect them to win.
So Penn State's ranked number 4 in the nation right now?
Mm-hmm.
They don't look like the fourth ranked team in the country right now. I'm still not sold on Penn State. I've been saying in the beginning of this year, the problem with Penn State every single year, they lose those big games, and the cliff is gonna start falling for Penn State. And with this game is actually on the road. So Drew Aller, if you look at his history, he struggles with these big games on the road. I'm taking USC to win this game.
So what qualifies USC as a big game? The name?
Wow. You
Well,
disrespecting the Trojans?
they beat LSU. I mean, that
Why I
qualifies
gotta get
it
hit
now.
with it?
It
Why I
qualifies.
gotta get with
It
it?
qualified it now.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, they beat LSU, and they're ranked what now?
They aren't.
Oh, I.
So
I will say C walked into that one.
Colorado's a big game. They're not
I
ranked.
already said that. But it didn't. What I'm saying is it doesn't matter. What qualifies as being a big game?
They beat
I'm not
LSU.
big on
That's
LSU.
what qualified them. They beat LSU, a team that's ranked in the SEC, a team that you got going to the playoffs.
And
Oh,
guess
my bad.
what? That ain't gonna get them nowhere. They won that one game, and they're not even ranked now.
And guess what? Guess what? LSU was the only team that was ranked last week. Their asses didn't go nowhere. You had Clemson jumped over them. Ole Miss is still ranked above you guys. You know why?
You know we were off last week, right?
Because they're.
You know we were off last week, right?
It doesn't matter though, man.
Come on, man.
It doesn't matter though.
Listen,
the voters feel like Clemson is a better team than LSU at the end of the day.
And what is that? And they feel at least 25 other teams are better than USC.
It's pandemonium on the NBA.
All right. Enough for you two.
I just asked a simple question. What makes this a big game?
Yvonne picked the damn game. Is this not a big game to you or not?
It's a big game just because
you tell me right now. Penn State and USC is not a big game.
Keo is hot tonight.
Oh,
okay. Now you sound stupid and a dumbass right now for saying that. Because for you to say it's not a big game, Penn State and USC is not a big game right now. Like, really?
What's at stake in this big ass game?
Penn State and USC is not a big game. That's
what you're telling. That's what you're telling the
national. That's what you're telling the national public right now.
All
This is
right,
not a big game right now. If you're saying it's not a big game, then I'm going to question your college football knowledge.
Okay, listen, wait.
You tell me how a unranked team versus a number 4 team.
So why are we picking this game right now? Obviously, Yvonne thinks this is a big game. So
now you're looking for help. Now you're looking for help.
Why are we picking this game? Tell me why we picking this game. This is not a big game.
Wait a minute. Listen, Skip and Shannon. We got to go on, Skip and Shannon.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter if it's a big game or not. We're picking it. 2 people got USC, so we'll see. All right, I got Penn State. I was big on Penn State. I had them in the playoff. They're doing enough to get by, and I think they keep it going for now. Penn State wins this game, and we'll. But I'm not confident about it. It is tough in Southern Cal, especially off a loss. We'll see what happens. All right, next game, Ole Miss at LSU. Who we got?
Oh yeah.
Big game.
So I will say this. Going into it, I would have easily had Ole Miss with this win. But one thing I do like is a good team, because LSU is a good team, having 2 weeks to prepare for another team. They're coming off a bye week. I think they'll be very, very prepared for this game. Who's home?
LSU, baby.
Oh, yeah. So, being prepared and going to LSU, I think LSU wins this game. I think it's going to be a pretty good game, actually, though. But I got LSU winning this game. A pretty good one-score game.
All right.
I'm from Louisiana. All right, go ahead.
Hey. You made some great points, my friend. You made some great points, and I'm riding with you, my man. Yes, a week to prepare, extra week to prepare for him at home. I know, LSU does have some injuries, but we're gonna do like the Kansas City Chiefs. We don't care about no injuries. We're gonna beat Ole Miss for what happened last year. Ole Miss got lucky last year. Junkins is not there no more. He's up there in Ohio State. We're going to knock off the Ole Miss Rebels, baby. Let's go, Go Tigers.
Hey man, we already know who I'm going with, bro. You already know who I'm going with. LSU, we at home. 2 weeks to prepare for these boys. Um, like you said, man, we got some injuries, but guess what? We also are getting healthier. Getting healthier. It looks like we was putting everything together before we had our open week. So I think they're gonna be well prepared. Give Chip Kelly 2 weeks to prepare for anybody, and I guarantee you're gonna see some good results come out of it. Not Chip Kelly, damn.
Brian
I
Kelly.
know what you meant. I know what you
Yeah.
meant. It's okay.
Yeah. So you just sit back. This is probably the definition of a big game if we were looking for the
Okay.
definition of a big game. The number 9 team versus the number 13 team. I'll take that as a big game, and we're gonna get them back from last year, because we should have won that game when we had a higher octane offense, and we just gave the game away at the end, man. Overtime. This one won't go into overtime though. It'll be close, but I think we're gonna pull it off.
Hey, C, we did lose John Emery, but have you seen the freshman phenom, K. Durham? Oh,
Bro, Keo, you have to clip that reaction by Seasons Down, but post it on the short. You have to. If y'all, I don't know if y'all seen it. You have to clip that reaction.
Oh yeah, man. Hey,
Um,
that boy, I seen him up close and personal, man. Quick 6, hand him the ball and he gone. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah, up close and personal because South Alabama. Who
don't do
cares?
that.
Um,
Don't do that.
Go,
um,
Keo!
I got Ole Miss in this game, man.
Yo, what are you doing?
I like Ole Miss. I like Jackson Dart, man.
Damn, Dart.
They did lose Judkins, but they're kind of doing a pretty good job with the running game that they got. I know they're gonna be in a hostile environment with the crazy fans of LSU down in Death Valley. I think it's gonna be a tough test for a Jackson Dart. I think this is going to be a low scoring game, especially games like this down in big games like this. I admit it is a big game. Big games like this down in LSU, you normally see these low scoring games. You're not going to see what happened last year because I think both teams going to be prepared for what's coming. But I think I'm taking Ole Miss, and I think it's going to come down to the quarterback that makes that big play, and I think Dart will make the play.
Hey, Kiffin paid you to say that. I'm not liking it right now.
Okay, so how C acts on the Saints is how X acts on LSU. Y'all just can't control yourselves.
Hey,
Uh, uh,
forever. It don't matter what y'all tell me, man.
that's not gonna help y'all this weekend. I got the Rebels. I got Ole Miss. I said early on the season, I think LSU is worse this year than they were last year. Sure, they don't have Judkins, but you don't have Daniels. You don't have Neighbors. You don't have Brian Thomas. You don't have all those pieces. You don't even have Harold Perkins anymore. I'm not concerned about the LSU offense in terms of keeping up with the Ole Miss. I think it's going to be high scoring. I don't like the LSU defense at all. It is not that improved. Y'all let these teams score too many points on y'all. Ole Miss is just not going to be able to get stopped. I'm going to go 42-38. I think it's going to be high scoring. I just don't think y'all are going to stop Trey Harris, Henry Parrish. Jackson Dart's going to have a field day. I got Ole Miss putting up a lot of points. LSU's going to score 2, but Ole Miss is going to have the ball last, and they're going to score.
Hey, shout out to Trey Harris, though. Y'all know where he's from, right? Y'all know
And
what
he
time
still
it
went
is.
to Mississippi.
Hey, because we didn't offer him that. We didn't offer him that. We
Shout
had
out,
Malik
Hey,
and all that.
hey, y'all didn't offer him. That's exactly why he's gonna ball on
shout
y'all.
out,
Hey, he balled out last year. We don't
shout
need
out,
to see it again. We know what he can do. We
shout
know what
out.
Trey can do. Trey goes cuts his hair. Well, my brothers are gonna cut their hair. Calm down, Trey. We know you can ball.
Hey, before you go, man, shout out to
What
our
up to
good,
my brother Buffy, man? I see
yeah,
you.
man. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel, First Watch Finance, man.
Hey, Buffy, I got USC winning this week. Some of these people got the Nittany Lions, but I got you.
All right. Next matchup. The Red River rivalry. Texas versus Oklahoma. Who we got?
Say that three
Um,
times
I,
fast.
I, I kind of spoke on it. I kind of briefly spoke on it before. I think the game should be a blowout for Texas, but with always coming back from his injury, I think he might start off a little bit slower than he would normally. So I think the game will be a decent game. Ultimately, I think Texas will be way too much for Oklahoma. I think, like I said from the jump at the start of the year, I think Texas is the best team in college. And they're gonna show it ultimately. And I got them winning by at least 2 touchdowns. But it will be a decent game in the first half, I believe. But after that, I think they'll just show their talent is just too much. And this is we don't even have to go crazy with this one. This is what it is. Texas is a well-oiled machine.
And I don't want to see you smile from ear to ear, Yvonne. Calm that down. But I agree with Reek. I like Texas big. Oklahoma is not that good. We're not gonna sit here and hype up Oklahoma. They should have lost to Tulane. They should have lost a few games. I'm not big on Oklahoma. They're gonna get
You
blown
only
out this
saying
game.
that because you picked
Hey,
Tulane.
but it's the truth. I watched the game. I ain't just talking. I watched it. I watched the game. I'm here to tell you that Oklahoma's they have quarterback issues. 1 minute you hear about Jackson Arnold. I just don't like their team. I watched them like 2 or 3 times this season, and I've watched Texas, and I keep telling y'all, Texas and Georgia and Alabama to me probably the 3 best teams. I know Alabama lost. I know Georgia lost. But those are probably the 3 best teams in the country right now. And I just don't see Oklahoma beating them. It is a rivalry though, so anything can happen. But Texas should win this game, and by a pretty wide margin, in my opinion, just based off of what I've seen so far this year.
All right. I think we're gonna all make it unanimous. I got Texas in this game. I do not have a blowout though. I think this is a
Oh,
rivalry, and I think Oklahoma finally actually got their quarterback situation under control. I think they picked the right one, and now they ready to roll. Um, I I haven't seen him do what I thought he was going to do this year, but their running back Javante Barnes, I actually like him. He runs hard. Um, I expected him to be a lot better this year, but he hadn't quite lived up to my expectations coming in. But I think that they're gonna keep it close, and Texas is gonna prove to be too much with Bonds and them at the end of the game.
Um, I, I don't think this is going to be a blowout. Because it's Texas and Oklahoma at the end of the day. We've seen a lot of crazy things that has happened in this rivalry. I think Yvonne picked it the last week in his top five as the number two. No, number three. My bad. Number three best rivalry in college football. Um, but I still like Texas though, even though they have the second best quarterback on that team playing this week. Which is Quinn Ewers. Reek is right. He is gonna look rusty. If I'm Sarkeesian, I would have went with the hot hand, the box office, the star, the real star, Arch Manning. But hey, you still got Quinn Ewers, which is all right. I guess. I like Blue, the running game. They're gonna get the ball to Isaiah Bond, of course. They got Texas got one of the best offensive tackles in the entire nation, who I think is going to be a top pick in the draft this year. Um, and I think Oklahoma, man, for the first time, we're actually questioning their quarterback situation. We normally don't question the quarterback situation in Oklahoma. Now we are. So They got some issues to deal with, man. But I think this game will be close. But I like Texas. Hook 'em. Woo!
All right, so
Sooner.
I don't know. I don't know if y'all remember last year's game, close game down to the end. Then Dylan Gabriel threw a touchdown with like I want to say 13 seconds left, and Oklahoma won it. It was an upset. This is going to be another close game, man. This is a rivalry game. I like what Reek said. I think Ewers is going to struggle in the first half. Oklahoma's defense is good. Their offense is shaky, but their defense is good. I think it's going to take Ewers a couple quarters to get going. Texas pulls it out late. I'm going to say Texas 35-24. They pull it out in the fourth quarter. They're the better team, and they get revenge for last year. Texas continues as the number one team in the country. Hook 'em.
Until
All right.
next week.
And that's another thing. I hope Texas isn't looking past Oklahoma, looking into
That's a good
Georgia
point.
next week.
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
They better not be looking ahead.
I
So
can't see them looking ahead. That's a big rivalry.
let's move on to what I think is the game of the week. Keo thought so too. Ohio State, Oregon. It's a shame this game's on at the same time as the Ole Miss LSU. I'm going to have both games up. Ohio State goes to Eugene. Both teams are undefeated. I think all of us probably thought these were the two big favorites for the Big Ten. Who we got?
I gotta be simple with this. I picked Ohio State to be the Big Ten champion. Oregon has never ever impressed me. Even when they had good seasons, I never believed that they were gonna ever be a champion. Just coming from the Pac-12, I always thought the Pac-12 was soft. I still think they're soft. Sorry, Keo. I think they're still getting their feet wet in the Big Ten. I don't think they're built for this physical type of game that's gonna be. And I got Ohio State winning this game. I think it's gonna be an ugly game though, because I don't think either one of them are impressive like that offensively. I think they're both above average offensively. Like, obviously put up numbers against the weaker teams, but I don't see them going crazy against each other. I got this being like a 24-21 game. I got Ohio State just winning. Just if you look at the game, it's gonna feel like Ohio State won easily, but the score is gonna say it was a good game.
Okay. Before the season, I had Oregon. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. When we was coming on the show, I was like, man, I think I'm gonna pick Ohio State. And then literally, while Rick was talking, like, hell nah. I got the Ducks at home, knocking off the Buckeyes. I just feel like the Buckeyes haven't played anybody. And it looks good. Yeah, it looks good. But I'm here to tell you, Keo, this was for you. Oregon played against Ashton Genty. They saw a great player play. And I think the Ducks will be ready. They're at home. If it was in the horseshoe, I might have picked Ohio State. But being that it's in Oregon, I got the Ducks winning this game. In a close game, though. It will be close, but I got Oregon. You're on mute, see? You're on mute.
My bad. Maybe that was a sign. I shouldn't be agreeing with you, X.
Oh!
All right. I think you just said something right there, and you actually turn my pick around with that, man. Because I was battling within myself on who I was gonna pick in this game. I think I'm gonna go with Oregon though, man.
Wow.
I like Dylan Gabriel. I liked him at Oklahoma last year. He's one of those guys. I think he just has it, and I think he's gonna be able to take them boys to a big victory, man, over Ohio State. And they playing at home. I think I got Oregon, man. I got Oregon. I think Ohio State, they're good, of course. They're good, but I just think they're right. They're missing something. They missing something. I don't really even know what it is. They missing something though. So yeah, I got Oregon.
Okay. When I shout out this person, you're gonna know the direction I'm going with. Man, shout out to LeBron James, man. What's up, man? But
Here we go.
what's up, man? I like me some
Never
King
thought I'd hear you say that ever.
King James Michael who? Nah, I'm just kidding. Uh, I'm taking Ohio State in this game because, like True mentioned, that Ohio State hasn't played anybody. They're gonna play somebody now, and a road test that they're gonna guess what? When you got clowns like Ashton Genty running against Oregon, Judkins and Travion Henderson could do it also. So hey, why not? You would deal with Genty, but you're with Ohio State. You're dealing with a two-headed monster down in Ohio State, and they got a passing game to go with it. Also, that'll open up the play action fake game to to uh to the freshman sensation, man. And the defense also, man. This is a tough defense that they're playing against, man. True mentioned, bigs up Malachi Starks. Caleb Downs, man, is one of the best defensive players in the nation right now. I like Ohio State in this game, man. And I think after this game, I think people is going to realize that, Ohio State deserves to be in that best team conversation also. I'm taking Ohio State to win this game.
So for those people that say Ohio State hasn't played anybody, they play Oregon, Nebraska, and Penn State next 3 games. So we're about to find out about Ohio State. Shout out to everyone but LeBron James.
Oh,
Don't be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful.
Anyways, I had Ohio State win the national title. I did have Oregon win the Big Ten because I thought Oregon would be the better regular season team. I'm still okay with both of those picks as of right now. I'm going to go with the home team. I got the Ducks. I think Dylan Gabriel was my Heisman winner, and I think this is his weekend to make a statement. Tez Johnson, Evan Stewart, I think they're going to ball out this weekend. I still think Ohio State is great, but somebody's got to win this game. And I got Oregon at home. I really do. These 2 teams might meet up again in the Big Ten title game. So I'm not going to freak out even if one team loses here. It's a long season. It's a 12-team playoff, not a 4 anymore. Plenty of time to go. I'm going to go with the Ducks.
Smart man. Look at you. Finally paying attention to the sports junkie. You're learning, son. I'm smiling like a proud dad watching his only son that made it.
Okay, Jay-Z.
Some of the comments says you got Bumpy. He got Ohio State winning. You got Fight. He says digging the specs, Miss. All right, man. So that's it for our picks this week in college football. Now we're gonna move over to the no. We're not moving to the NFL yet because you know what time it is right now.
He's trying to stop you from shining, Reed. He's trying to stop you from shining.
No.
Hey, Keel, breaking news real quick. The
What?
Connecticut Sun lose to the Minnesota Lynx in Game 5. And now the WNBA Finals is set. The New York Liberty and the Minnesota Lynx for the championship.
A heavyweight fight, man. I can't wait.
1,000 viewers.
Wow.
Nobody else. Don't do that.
Speaking of being sexist.
Nobody else.
Ain't nobody watching that.
I'm watching it because I'm the sports junkie.
I support diversity, female empowerment, man.
Theo and X, the only males watching that sport. All right, let's move on.
All right, man. So we do before we get to NFL, we do our NBS top 5 every single week. Last week, Yvonne did the top 5 for the best college football rivalry. So next week it's going to be Reek's turn. I'm going to give him a top 5.
I got one.
No, yours is next week. But
no, I'm saying I got one for next week though.
Oh, just text me it. All right, so this week the floor is yours, Mr. C, because we're gonna do our NBA predictions also next week also. But this week, today, you're gonna give me your top 5 NBA players going into this 2024-25 season. The floor is yours, my friend. Go ahead. Hold on. Let me fix this really quick. Hold on. Give me a second.
Oh, I already know one. I already know one. Do your thing.
All right. So I'll say this. I made a little tweak to it. All right. Not my top 5 players in the NBA. These are the top 5 most exciting players to watch this season.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna start off with number 5. Um, this is a this is a player. I like to say he's an oldie but a goodie. I'll put him at 5 just because he's the oldest person on his list, and it's LeBron James. Uh, my most exciting players to watch this season in the NBA. It's gonna be exciting for a number of reasons. One reason being he's getting to play with his son. I don't know how exciting it's going to be, considering his son's not going to be in the NBA. He's going to do more G League play, in my opinion. But that's going to be one of the things. And I think that after his Olympic performance, he's going to step his game back up, even though it didn't look like he really fell off. He's going to step it back up and be one of the more premier players in the NBA this year. Number four, I got Shea Gilgeous Alexander. He is a bucket. People don't get to see him much because he plays in OKC. But that man is a bucket, very exciting to watch. He runs up and down the court. He's shooting everybody's lights out. He got a nice handle on him. And he's one of those box office, no pun intended, type of people. So if you have a chance to watch him, watch him. All right. Number three, I'm gonna go with this guy. You can't stop watching him, Steph Curry. Steph Curry is one of the best players to watch this year because after he crosses half court, anything goes. Anything goes once he crosses half court, and that's still, I think he's been in the league. What is he going on, like 15, 16 seasons, something like that?
He came out like 2008, 2009. So whatever that is. Yeah. 15 years, I guess.
Yeah. So even in his 15, 16 season, he's still going to be one of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA. And that was a number 3. So number 2, Victor Wembanyama. All right. And just because he's I think the league set up to be his, just set up to be his with the way everybody's promoting him. And he actually can do everything. He can shoot. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year this year because nobody's giving it to Rudy no more. And he's like a freak of nature. So you got to be able to watch him. And he has a point guard with Chris Paul going there that's going to be throwing him a whole bunch of alleys. So he's going to be really, really exciting to watch. And the number 1 most exciting player to watch this year is going to be Anthony Edwards in Minnesota. He took steps last year to become one of the top players in the league. But I mean, outside of what he did in the Western Conference Finals, what he did against Denver put him on everybody's radar as one of the best players in the league. So I think he takes that and takes it to the next level this year and becomes one of the most exciting player to watch this NBA season.
Unbelievable. How soon we all forget. Before Anthony Edwards, it was someone that was talked about way before him, but he decided to play with guns. Ja Morant is back. That is must-see TV before Anthony Edwards, before any of the people on that list. Ja Morant was on Top 10 Sports Center 72 out of 82 games. before he got to this little want to be a thug and stuff. Another
Ja,
person.
ja, ja missed more dunks. He makes more center for his missed dunks.
No, he does not.
Uh,
That is crazy.
all right, guys. All right, guys. I want you guys to rate C's top 5 from 1 to 10.
Oh,
Exciting
I
to
get.
watch. Okay, go ahead,
Okay.
Reek.
I give him a 7.5. It wasn't a bad list at all. Like everybody on there is well deserving. I would have put in John Morant and Kyrie Irving for as far as exciting, but I'm not mad at the list at all. Like the five he said are exciting players. LeBron for a different reason because of his age and his son and everything, but I'm okay with it.
I toyed with Ja and LeBron, but you know Bron gonna win it every time with me.
All right. So I actually agree with you in some sense, Reek. I would give it an 8. Here's my biggest takeaway. I don't disagree with you that Shea's a bucket, but he's definitely not more box office than John Morant. And not even close to me. Shea is definitely a bucket. He's one of the best up and coming players. But if I want to watch somebody play, I'd much rather watch John Morant play than Shea Gilchrist Alexander. And then with Jason Tatum, with all the disrespect that he's received since winning the championship, I know y'all may not want to see it, but I want to see it. And I'm about to talk about it in a few minutes what I think is going to happen, but I want to see that as well. And then guys like KD, I'd rather watch him over Shea Gilchrist Alexander. So, because I just don't think Shea belongs. I'd rather watch Nikola Jokic and all what he can do. Luka.
Oh my God.
Don't make me go get my hat. Don't make me go get my hat.
I'm just saying,
See,
Shea is a baller, but I don't look
who
at
you
him.
at? My bad.
I don't view Shea as some box office dude that I have to watch night in and night out. I just don't. He's a good player though. There's no knocking that. Tim Duncan was a great player, and I'm not sitting there saying I gotta watch Tim Duncan tonight, boy.
See,
I'm saying his style of play. He's running up and down the court, putting them shots up, man. I like to see that, bro. I like to see speed. I definitely wouldn't like to see a slow ass Jokic.
see, AC, who he at number 3 again?
Steph.
Okay.
I ain't mad at that. Steph is
Yeah.
box office.
For sure.
Yvonne, go ahead.
I would rank the list an 8 as well. I didn't like LeBron at 5. At this point, I feel like it's not just because I'm not a LeBron fan, but we've watched LeBron so long at this point that I'm okay if I'm not seeing LeBron at this point. Like, there also aren't a true contender. I don't know. I like John Morant more than LeBron in terms of actually watching at this point. I love the Steph one in there. I love the Wembanyama one there because I think he's so intriguing. And Anthony Edwards, to me, is the number one guy I want to watch. I actually like the list set LeBron at 5. I replaced him with Morant, and I think you've got a great list.
I'm gonna give it a 7. I don't think Wemby's an exciting player to watch. I don't think SGA is an exciting player to watch. I would put Luka Doncic in there. That guy's very exciting to watch. I like me some Jason Tatum. If there's the number one guy that I'm excited to watch, man, I'm going with Steph Curry, man. I like that guy.
Not mad at that.
But yeah, I'll give it a 7.
It's not a bad list though. I just think it's
not a bad
SGA.
list.
But stay tuned, man, because we will have that C's top 5 available on TikTok, on all social media platforms. Next week, Reek will give it his top 5. I don't know what it is. He's gonna let me know so we could be prepared for it. So NBS top 5 every single week, man. But with that being said, we're moving over to the NFL. NBS Player of the Week has been voted for, and it is C's favorite quarterback, Kirk Cousins.
Oh,
Yeah.
Obviously,
that.
obviously, if it wasn't unanimous, thanks to Jasper out of all people, he wanted Lamar Jackson to be Player of the Week.
Yeah, me
But
either. I ain't heard for Kirk's RS either.
Kirk Cousins deserves to be Player of the Week. Obviously, I guess we all agree with that. He had the best performance this week.
I do.
Well, C didn't have it. But I will say the two guys I've nominated last 2 weeks have won. I nominated Kirk this week, and then I nominated Derrick Henry
You went
last week.
first, bro. Go sit down.
I'm just too good at this,
And that
man.
boy tried to take credit for anything.
Yeah, but anything.
Even
Like
when
he
you
not.
wrong, he try to find a way to be right. What the hell is wrong with you, dude?
All right, man. So let's move on over and we'll see who our player of the week is next week after that. So we're going to our first topic in the
It's a
NFL.
rapper.
It's
Let's
you,
go.
you really want to talk about Rattler right now? We could go there.
Hey.
Yeah, I ain't
I thought
scared.
there was
Hell,
one person
what we
on
gonna
this
talk about
Listen,
panel.
next?
we do
You
not want to lose our viewers right now. Let's just
Don't do
continue
that.
with this.
Don't do that. Don't
Wait,
do that.
okay, fine. We'll get to no. I promise you, we'll get to Rattler in a bit. But one of the main headlines that was in the topics today was the New York Jets firing their head coach Robert Saleh. Man, was it the right time to fire him?
I'll go first, just because I had the Jets win the Super Bowl. Um,
He went right about that.
hey, look, I'll even make fun of myself. It does not look good that prediction right now, but I really don't understand what the hell the Jets were doing here. Okay, Robert Sala isn't the issue so far. Okay, what is he? He's a defensive coach. The defense has been good. They haven't been great like we maybe expected, but they've been good. And the issue is the chemistry on the offense. Okay, that's the issue. And Nathaniel Hackett apparently was going to get fired. I think Rodgers, who loves Hackett, told the owner Woody Johnson, "Do not fire my guy," and so he looked for someone else and he fired Robert Salah. That's what I think happened. Now I don't know. None of us will probably ever 100% know what went on, but regardless, I don't think anybody deserved to get fired. You're 2-3 behind the Bills in the division. You got the Bills next week. If you beat the Bills, you're first in the division. I think this is premature. This is early. This is immature overall. I don't know what Woody Johnson is doing, and it's showing why the Jets haven't won since the Joe Namath days. Okay, I don't understand this move at all. If the Jets were 0-5, I could maybe understand it. They're 2-3, one game out of the division lead. What are we doing? He's acting like he's the New England Patriots and he's been winning forever now. You're the Jets. You haven't won anything in a while. The Jets, I think the last time they were in the playoffs was during the Mark Sanchez days, I want to say. Come on now. I just think this was premature. I think the Jets don't know what the hell they're doing. There was no reason to panic. I don't understand. Now they got another guy that I think was a defensive coordinator. Now he's the head coach. I mean,
Jeff Ulbrich.
he doesn't have any NFL head coaching experience, and you're just going to throw him in the middle of this. It's simple. The chemistry needs to be better. That's a little bit on Nathaniel Hackett, but the players need to play better. Rodgers has to play better. Brees Hall, he's been irrelevant the last couple of games. He needs to wake up.
Gardner needs to play better also.
Garrett Wilson finally woke up. I thought this was premature, dumb overall. Let Robert Saleh finish the year out and then judge your team. They aren't 0-5. You're one game behind the division lead. You beat the Bills next week, you're first. I just don't get it. And that's why the Jets are a losing organization because of who runs the team.
I mean, everything that box office said, I agree with. It's just like so. I was talking about this earlier. Actually, it's been four all-time great quarterbacks that has left their team at an older age and went to another team. You got Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning. Noticeably, the two that did not succeed really overall once they left are the ones from the Packers that caused drama with the Packers their last 2 or 3 years. I'm gonna stay, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna retire, I'm gonna keep playing. Brett Favre and A-Rod. They both did the same thing, literally, for 2, 3 years before they left. And they're causing nothing but drama when they get there. When Peyton went to Denver, he got the receivers together in the summertime and built camaraderie. Tom Brady got the receivers together, built the camaraderie. When they told him he couldn't do it during COVID, they said you couldn't do it. He got kicked out of the park. Tom Brady got kicked out of the park for trying to bring his wide receivers together. That rich man, the face of the NFL, got kicked out of a park for bringing wide receivers together to build
Mhm.
the camaraderie. What did A-Rod and Favre do? Stay away from the team until it was mandatory. They didn't build no camaraderie and think they go come to a team and make them be winners. They can't. The problem here is A-Rod. The other problem here is Hackett. The other problem here is the GM. The GM drafted a bad left tackle. He drafted a bad quarterback in Zach Wilson, and then brought an old quarterback in that didn't really want to be a football player anymore. He just there to make money and do whatever he can. The problem is the GM. He should have fired himself. And that's all I got to say about that.
All right, let me get some of this. All right, so the writing was on the wall when you saw Aaron Rodgers come off the field and and Salah try to hug him or something. And Aaron Rodgers like, "Hey man, don't be trying to hug me," or whatever he did. The writing was on the wall right then. Aaron Rodgers is a cancer, and I'm not talking about his astrology sign. He's a cancer. He's gone from one organization to another organization, and he is the problem. They were supposed to be so much better when Aaron Rodgers got there. Man, it looked like the same team that we saw with Zach Wilson. All right, I saw a little comedy, a little cartoon skit. Y'all should watch it too, man. Riot Comedy. Follow them. They put out the hilarious sports stuff. All right, so anyway, it was like Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson sitting back by each other, and Aaron Rodgers like, "Hey man, why do you keep calling me Zach Wilson?" And he was like, "Because you're doing the same damn thing I was," and he is. So he's supposed to be transforming that whole team into a Super Bowl contender. He is not. Salah was not the problem. Salah is the defensive coach, but at the same time, he thought, yeah, bring in Aaron Rodgers and that's gonna fix all my offensive problems. Oh yeah, what he like? He likes his own offensive coordinator. Bring him in too, Nathaniel Hackett. Bring him in too. He like him. So he was like, I won't have to worry about that anymore. No, you have to be a head coach. You are accountable for wins. And no, they are not 0-5. If they were 0-5, he should have lost his job. Right. I don't think he should have lost his job being 2-3 right now, but the writing was on the wall. That came from Aaron Rodgers. That's an Aaron Rodgers call. He wanted him out of there. I don't know if he was on board with who they replaced him with, but I don't think that guy's gonna have the job long either. And I just don't think the Jets are gonna be good this year anyway. It takes a lot more than just plugging in an Aaron Rodgers anywhere and thinking it's going to turn around, man. That very seldomly happens, like Reed said, with your Tom Brady's and your Peyton Mannings. And those two quarterbacks are two of the top 5 best quarterbacks of all time. Aaron Rodgers could never. All right? So let's be real about it. I think that the problem is Aaron Rodgers. I don't think it was Salah. That's why I don't think you bring him to a team and he automatically transforms your team like we expected. He's not Magic. He's not Peyton Manning and he's not Tom Brady. But yeah.
All right. Let me set you boys straight, man. Yvonne, I like what you said. It was a premature fire. I don't know what they were thinking, the Jets, but I'll say this. Why are we giving the Jets such a hard time? They lost the first game to the 49ers, who made it to the Super Bowl. Then they lost to the Broncos. You know the Broncos have only gave up 20 points one time this season. They held the Bucks to 7, the Jets to 9. The Raiders scored a late touchdown to make it 18, but it was really 10 for the entire game. And Seattle beat them, and then the Steelers beat them, but they scored 13 points. The Broncos low-key on a 3-game winning streak with Bo Nix, and I can't believe I'm saying that because I thought the Broncos was going to be trash, and the Broncos have been doing good. They lost to 3 decent teams right now, it looks like. At the end of the day, give it time. Aaron Rodgers missed the entire season last year due to injury. I think the Jets jumped the gun way too early. Like Yvonne said, they're 1 game behind Buffalo. They can catch them if they would have just stuck it out. They may still catch them. But I think we're just jumping the gun way too early. And see, stop disrespecting Aaron Rodgers. That's so bad, man.
That boy's a bad player right now.
Hey X, that the NBS Player of the Week this week missed damn near a whole year last year. He looks a lot better than A-Rod.
Yeah, that
I don't know.
yeah, that is true. That is true, and I'm not knocking that. But I just think give Aaron Rodgers some time, man. They gonna
Uh,
figure things out. At the end of the day, right now they're still 2-3. They're not. It's not like it's like Yvonne said, it's not 0-5. They didn't lose to some bum teams. The Niners, even though the Niners haven't played great, come on, man. The Niners, I think most of us still have the Niners making it to the playoffs, even though they haven't played great. I think the Vikings 5-0. Come on, man. That's not a bad loss. And the Broncos, we don't know yet. They won 3 games. If you thought the Bucks was a decent team, they washed the Bucks. They straight up washed them like 26-7. So I just think that look, man, pump the brakes. Like in the words of A-Rod, relax.
How many times we gotta say relax
Relax.
with him though? I mean, let's be real. How many times do we have to say relax with him?
Hey, relax,
mm,
relax.
well, thanks for stealing my thunder. Um, I was gonna say that. Uh, I don't think Salah deserves to get fired, but I just don't think he was ever fit to be a head coach. I just he's like a freaking Dennis Allen to me. Like he's not made to be a head coach. Um he's good as a defensive coordinator. I just don't see head coach when I think of Robert Saleh. I just don't. I'm sorry, man. I just don't see head coach when I see of him. I see more Nathaniel Hackett as the head coach more than anything. And and with this team, man, he did have a losing record, 20-36 as a head coach. I am gonna excuse what happened to last year because they had, you know who they had. They had Zach Wilson. That's who they had. And they did make the best of it. First season is always rough as a head coach. I can't put all the blame on Aaron Rodgers. I put the blame on the front office. I put the blame on the players also. There was high expectations for you, and you're off to a start like this. But then again, you look at the teams that we expect to be in contention to go to the Super Bowl, like the teams like the Cincinnati's, the teams like the San Francisco 49ers. They're freaking on a 2 and 3 starts or even worse right now. But I do expect this team to get it together, and I think they'll be all right. But I just do not like the firing for it. You're firing your coach in not even in the middle of the season, man, in the beginning of the season. So that's just a bad look, and um that's just bad for fans. Now you got to deal with a new coach now and how he runs things. Maybe he runs things differently. So hopefully they get it together, man. But I don't agree with the firing for Robert Saleh.
They should get a Mike McCarthy. He's a great coach, right?
Oh
Yeah, he is, man. He is. I
wow.
mean, the 3 straight 12-win seasons. I mean, that's pretty good to me. To the Super Bowl, pretty good to
Hey,
me.
C and Akil,
I mean,
man.
they
Y'all
should
have
get.
vendetta against
All right,
each
I'm
other
sorry. Did you
tonight.
say he
Y'all
went to the
going
Super
at it
Bowl?
tonight, baby.
Hold up. Did you say he went to the Super Bowl?
No,
Yeah,
Mike McCarthy's won the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, not in Dallas though.
yeah. I mean, Sean Payton's a good head coach. I said good. I said good. I didn't say great. I
He
said
is
good.
good. He
But
is good.
I mean that. But we
Damn, I
know we
wish we
know
had
what
him in New
Dennis Allen's
Orleans.
gonna be right now.
I
I
missed
mean,
you,
if there's
Sean.
a
Come back.
uh,
The Scotty Pippen. Come back.
all right, man. Let's move on over to our next topic, man. We're gonna be talking about the Washington Commanders right now. That's right.
Oh.
I said it. I said it right. No mistakes making. Commanders. Let's make that clear. Jaden Daniels, man.
Thank you.
So Jaden Daniels, he's been in the conversation a lot right now. A lot of people saying that he should be in the MVP conversation right now, man. What
No,
you
I was
what
crazy when I said that last week.
Whoa, whoa,
what
whoa!
you what you
Let the
what you
Commanders
guys
fan.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So this unfortunately has to be my last segment, so I'm very excited about this. I got to get to my little man. So let me just jump on this real quick. For the viewers, first of all, that's watching and the ones that will be watching it when it gets posted out, just notice in week 5 how less the NFL apparel is on the team across the board. Just notice how less. Everyone's got a black shirt on. My boy X got a Montreal Expos hat on. Uh, my boy C, he switched to LSU. I get why he did that with Jaden, but he ain't got that Saints apparel on. Keo ain't got nothing on. He's showing the swoop hair. My boy Box Office got his hair out. You know, just take a look. 5 weeks in, his NFL apparel has went down from week 1 to week 5. But whatever. So yeah. So I was just talking about this as well, the MVP thing. I don't like that it's being talked about so heavy. I feel like it's bringing hate towards Jaden. Honestly, I feel like MVP changes as far as how people think of it, because some people look at MVP as the best player, and some people look at it as the most valuable player. Like you take that player away. So in my mind, is he one of the most valuable players in the league? For sure. Washington Commanders is the #1 scoring offense in the league, 31 points a game. 31. I'm
Oh,
flabbergasted by this. Let me be clear. 31 points a game. Our punter have punted. Our punter has punted 5 times all season. 3 of those came week 1. 5 times in 5 games that punter has came out. We have scored before this past week. We scored more. We scored more times than Jaden Daniel had incompletions. Crazy, crazy numbers. So yes, he is. He should be an MVP candidate for sure. Like, is he the best player in the league? No way. No way. He's not. But so if we're gonna say criteria, most valuable, he's top 3 or 4 max in the league right now today. As in going into week 6, he's definitely top 3 or 4 most valuable players. Would I award it to him right now today? No, I would not. Is he the best player? Nowhere near. So, with that being said, and I said this is my last segment, I do, if y'all don't mind, I'd love to give my pick for this week for this one game, if y'all don't mind.
go
Do y'all
ahead.
mind? Y'all let me get this out real
Talk to
quick.
these boys, Reed.
Okay, let me get this out. I appreciate you guys. Y'all amazing. So, to me, this game is going to be like Big Brother versus Little Brother. Big Brother, of course, being the Baltimore Ravens. Big Brother being, of course, the Baltimore being the Big Brother. If you look at the teams, Brian Robinson is like Prince Henry. Not King Henry, but Prince Henry. He runs through contact. He's not trying to shake nobody. Eckler, Justin Hill. Fast, speedy backs, catch the ball in the backfield, get you some PPR points in fantasy if you're a fantasy player out there. Outside, we got Scary Terry. They got give me my man's name. Number
Zay
4.
Flowers.
Zay Flowers. He's not as good as McLaurin, but I think he has better upside. Similar type players. Obviously, the quarterback's very similar. Defensively, well, I was worried about the defense, but now the linebackers is coming through. We got my man LaVou looking amazing out there. That old vet Bobby Wagner looking amazing. Them 2 DTs, and don't forget the safeties. Who's their best safety? Kyle Hamilton. Who was Kyle Hamilton 2 years before Kyle Hamilton? Jeremy Chin for the Panthers, the one that they said should have won Rookie of the Year over Chase Young his rookie year. People forget about him. Same size, same build. So it's a lot of similarities there. So with all that I just gave y'all, I got the Commanders winning this game. Who gonna stop us? Who gonna stop us? My son just said us. He a Ravens fan. Who gonna stop us? I got us winning this game. We scored 30 plus the past 3 games, so why not do it again? 34-27, Commanders on their home field. We the new kings of the DMV. Tell Lamar to get his record up. Get your record up, Lamar. It's a new king in the DMV. His name is Jaden, the freaking flaming Daniels. He's from Louisiana. You know what we talking about. 34-27 Commanders. Let's go.
Fix your face, Iman.
All right, I'll go next. He definitely should not be in the MVP race just yet.
What?
Not yet. You got to beat somebody. You know that's my biggest criteria. Who has he beaten?
Can I
Okay.
answer your question? Can I answer your question real quick?
His best win is the Bengals, and their secondary is as good as if they put me and Keo out there. Okay. Their secondary is trash. Now, if Jane Daniels enters the conversation if they beat Baltimore,
But
because
box
I think
office.
Baltimore's a playoff team.
Can I ask you a question, box office?
Sure.
So you said the Bengals, right? Because I do remember week 1, you said week 3 Bengals were gonna win. They didn't. Then Arizona, they just beat the team that was in Super Bowl last year, but we beat them 42-14. And then they said we played no defense. Giants top 5 defense, Browns top 5 defense. But both of it. Well, the Giants was a good game. We smoked the Browns. So what have we not done? Because their record's not that good. Because from my understanding, Browns was a playoff team last year, right?
With
Bengals was a playoff team
Flacco,
last year.
now we're Watson. We're Watson. They're trash.
I
Talk to
mean,
this
they said the
man.
defense was gonna stop us. They was gonna slow us down. We scored 34.
No, I don't know who you heard their defense was going to stop y'all. I mean, I think everybody had they'll be the Redskins to me. The Redskins being the Browns. No one had the
Watch
Browns
your mouth.
winning.
Watch
Not
your
the
mouth.
win,
Don't
but
be
the stopping
disrespectful
them.
on this show.
They
No,
said they was gonna
okay,
slow us up.
anyways, going back to my point, he's got to beat some legit teams to be an MVP. If he beats Baltimore, salute. Okay, that's going to be a big win because Baltimore looks like the best team in the AFC North so far. Then they don't play anybody else for another month. They got Carolina, Chicago, and the Giants. I mean, come on.
Chicago good.
But he does play Philly twice. He beats who C thinks is the greatest team ever, the Saints. They play the Falcons. They play the Cowboys twice. Not saying the Cowboys are great, but to beat them twice would be impressive. So they haven't beaten anybody yet. The Bengals look like trash. The Cardinals trash. The Browns trash. The Giants trash. They lost to Tampa. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Jane Daniels, but he's got to beat somebody. If they beat Baltimore, he's in my MVP race.
So explain to me how Chicago is a nobody, but Philly's a somebody at a 500 record. But you just
Because
said the Bengals
because
don't count,
I think Philly eventually is going to be a playoff team and Chicago's not.
and we think the Bengals eventually is gonna be a playoff team, but we beat
You
them.
picked
I
Chicago to
don't
go to
know.
the
I don't know.
playoffs.
Yeah, preseason now I've seen what they are. They are not all that good. And in terms of the Bengals, I don't know. They're not making the playoffs at this point. They ruined it last week. They needed that win.
Okay.
They needed that win. And I like the Bengals, but they choked. They choked a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter.
They did.
I think they're screwed. I really do. I just think that their defense sucks so bad that it's hard to overcome no matter what Burrow does. So no disrespect to Jane Daniels. If he beats Baltimore, he's in my MVP race. But he's got to win games like that.
So who's number one in your MVP race? Give me top three.
Okay. Number one to me so far is CJ Stroud.
How?
They're winning and he's putting up numbers. Okay.
What numbers? He
He's
got 4
good
turnovers
numbers,
last 2 games. What numbers?
but they won. That's all that matters.
So
I
did
got-
Washington.
I
So
got-
did
I got-
Jaden.
Right now, Stroud to me is number one. Number two might surprise y'all, Kirk Cousins. To me, so far.
Kirk Cousins had one good game. I haven't been fantasy.
One good game.
He
What
got
are
2.
you
He got
talking
2.
about?
He got 2. He got 2.
He's got multiple good games. I don't know what games y'all been
No,
watching.
he had 7 fantasy points last week. I think 5 the week before. He hasn't been balling like that.
He got 2 good ones. He got 2 good ones.
He's got a couple clutch wins. He's got 3-game winning drives. That's my thing. And he's also got impressive wins. He beat Tampa. He beat Philly. He beat who y'all think is great, the Saints. What do y'all want?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't tell us.
Hey, he beat let's get it clear. He beat the Saints and didn't score a touchdown.
Doesn't matter. You got the win.
You see that's
If he
crazy.
get the win,
Yes.
you giving him the win.
He counts. You would use Carr a
The
win.
guy that you
there.
had MVP. Huh?
Hey, so my top 2 right now is Stroud and Cousins, and I think I would put Lamar third if I had to say.
Stroud is crazy.
Right
Lamar?
now. Who cares who's your MVP in week 5? I can't believe we're even discussing this nonsense.
the same-
It's
It's the same as the Heisman. It's no different than the
I
Heisman.
don't care who the MVP is in week 5, man. Next topic.
All right.
I do think he should be discussed in the MVP race at this point. I do agree with Mr. Box Office. It's quite early. But off of 5 games, Jaden Daniels has played phenomenal at the quarterback position. The stats Reed just said about punting, that is insane for a rookie to be doing that. I don't care who it's against. At the end of the day, there's no way. Even Reed couldn't have told me he expected this from Jaden Daniels. This is insane. Nobody could have told me they expected this from Jaden Daniels. We've seen all the greats come into the NFL, from the Peyton Mannings to the Andrew Lucks to the Robert Griffins to the Joe Burrows. What he is doing in these first 5 games, even Cam Newton had big numbers, but they wasn't winning. Jaden Daniels is actually winning. So I give him all the credit in the world. He's definitely in my race right now today. But like you said, it's super early. But I would actually say Lamar should be number 1 right now today. Even though he's lost some games, but Lamar, man, that play he made against the Bengals, bro. I still can't believe he made that. Shout out to Lamar Jackson. But this is a good matchup. Like you said, he has to. This is the matchup right here. If he beats them head to head, you have to say Jaden Daniels is right there.
So how do y'all mention Lamar and Jaden Daniels over Sam Darnold, who's undefeated, has more touchdowns than either one of them?
I'll tell you why. Because I look at it like what team you play on right now. In my opinion, what the Vikings are doing, it's not because Sam Darnold's playing his part for sure. But that defense in Minnesota has shut down pretty much everybody.
Darnold's stats are better than Daniels.
His stats are good. He ain't throwing for crazy yards. He's not
throwing more touchdowns.
Yes, but he's right there.
But total touchdowns. Every touchdown matters. He got 8 total getting.
Yes,
I don't care if you run or pass it.
11.
Right. How many turnovers you got though? Way more. So what you saying?
No,
same
they got
thing.
the same. They got the same.
No, they don't.
4.
No, they do not.
4.
No, they do not. I know the stats. I just did a show before this show. I know the stats.
Okay, Darnold's got 4 interceptions. Daniels got 4.
James got 2. Get it together over there. He got 2. That's it. 2 interceptions. That's it. No fumbles. No nothing. 2 turnovers for the whole season. I got you. Come on, baby. Come on over, baby. Come on, go get it. Click the mouse.
He does have only 2 interceptions, but Darnold's got more touchdowns, so they're about the same there. Then
there you go, about the same.
Do you think?
And one team's undefeated, one's not.
Do you think that they're winning because of Sam Darnold? Do you think he's the main reason? It kind of goes back to what I was saying about Brock Purdy last year. It's no knock to Brock Purdy. You're doing your thing. But do you think he's the main reason why Minnesota's winning?
Nope.
On the offensive side of the ball, who is?
Justin Jefferson's the clear best player on that team.
Come on, man.
It's not even debatable.
Yes, he's the best, but
who's the best player on Washington's team?
There you go.
Come on, man.
Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin is the best player on that offensive team, man. Terry McLaurin is the best player on that team. Terry McLaurin makes him look good, man. If Terry McLaurin is not putting those numbers, Jaden Daniels is an average, subpar, mediocre quarterback.
I just don't care about Week 5 MVP, man. Come on now.
But that's what we're talking about, man.
Yeah, and I don't care.
Fireworks, baby.
Come on, man.
Now, if he beats the Ravens, like I said, if he beats the Ravens, salute.
Okay.
All right. So let me answer the question, man. Does he need to be in the conversation? Abso-freaking-lutely. He needs to be in the conversation, man. What he's doing is phenomenal, man. And I know some people on this panel was calling him a running back, and he's actually showing you that he's far from a running back. He's an actual quarterback who's doing a damn good job. Matter of fact, better than anybody's quarterback on their team on this panel right now. So we can say that. I say that with all confidence in it. And do I think he's going to win?
The highest paid player in NFL history, his quarterback is on here. He's playing better than him too. See?
Yep. Yep. So I can name a bunch of quarterbacks playing better than him. Anyway,
shit.
just to give you some numbers to support my argument. All right. And as a rookie, he is currently leading the league in completion percentage at 82.1. Not as rookies, not rookie completion percentage, league leading completion percentage. That's better than anybody right now. All right. He has 8 points, he's averaging 8.5 yards per attempt and an astronomical 107.4 passer rating. And as a runner, you already know what he's doing. He added 218 yards, and he's also produced 8 TDs now, huh?
Eight, yeah. Should have been 9,
Yeah.
but Terry dropped the easy touchdown, but whatever.
Right. So, I mean, just looking at him and where he was anticipating, and I beg to differ, Sports Junkie. You said, I don't think any of us could have said that had him doing what he did. I could have. I said it.
You didn't think he was the MVP candidate. No, you didn't. I never
I
heard you
didn't,
say before
I
the
didn't
season
say
started.
MVP candidate. I said he will
Okay,
be
so
great.
then that's what I brought up.
That's true.
I said he's going to have a great year. I didn't say he's going to have a.
You didn't say MVP. That's what I'm simply saying.
X
All
said
right,
he
you're
don't think
right.
nobody say he's gonna be MVP. Yeah, he did.
Nobody.
right.
That's different from having a good year to be an MVP.
He's
Right.
a week 5 MVP.
all
man.
right,
Candidate.
man. All right, man.
I'm just saying, as we talking right now, we're talking about week 5.
Kia, before you go, I don't get box office energy like we ain't just do Heisman for week 6. It ain't no difference. But he was cool talking about Urs week 3 for Heisman. But you don't want to talk
Yeah.
about Jaden for MVP week 5? Oh, it's okay with his Urs. Well, you know what I mean? Whatever.
no,
Go ahead, Kia.
Here's how I view this. I compare Jaden Daniels is the same comparison as Caitlin Clark right now. If we can't put Caitlin Clark in the MVP conversation, then
I like that.
why are we putting Jaden Daniels in the MVP conversation when he hasn't been can you say he's been the best rookie so far? Can we say
he's been the best rookie?
No, he's not. He's not the best rookie. Malik Neighbors is the best rookie right now.
No, he's not.
Malik Neighbors.
Not to mention he beat him. But go ahead.
The reason why Daniel Jones has his damn job right now is because of Malik Neighbors right now. You know how much they force feed Malik Neighbors the ball? Daniel, we talked about how trash Daniel Jones is, one of the worst quarterbacks. We ain't doing that no more. The Giants
Yes, the hell we are.
The Giants have been winning, as a matter of fact. And Malik Neighbors is the reason why the Giants are winning.
And so
I can't say the same about Jaden Daniels right now. He got a lot of weapons over there. The same thing you say about Brock Purdy last year. He got all those weapons over there.
Weapons?
I can't.
Weapons?
He got Austin Eckler. He got Brian Robinson. He got a solid defense right now. He got Zach Ertz right now. He got Terry McLaurin right now. So I'm not going to give him all the credit in the world. I can't put him in the MVP conversation if he's not a clear cut to win Rookie of the Year right now. Because right now he ain't no clear cut to win Rookie of the Year.
What weapons did he have week 1? Nobody said no weapons week 1. They said we didn't have no weapons week 1. So now he got weapons because he's picking the league ass.
No, he did have weapons week 1. He did have weapons week 1.
Wait.
He did have weapons.
Go pull up your show for week 1 where all of y'all said we had no weapons and it was crazy we traded away Jahan Dotson. Don't try to pull that now because he's smoking everybody. Every one of y'all said it. I got the tape.
I never mentioned anything about Jahan Dotson.
I got the tape. And you said he's not the clear cut. It's been 5 weeks. 5 weeks.
He's not the clear. He's not the clear right now. Malik Neighbors is the best rookie right now in the NFL.
Rookie of the week 3 out of the 5 weeks and rookie of the month so far. So where Malik Neighbors at? Recovered from a concussion? Get it together, Malik. Get it together.
No. Jaden Daniels is only getting that because of a popularity contest. If you look at what talent, skill level, athleticism, I'm taking Malik Neighbors as my Rookie of the Year right now. Jaden Daniels is number 2. Right?
Hey, can I say one more thing? Shout out to Brian Thomas Jr., man. I swear, we just talking LSU. We're not talking about Xavier Worthy or Adonai Mitchell.
This is crazy.
Yeah, well, Texas #1 team in the country.
Hey, you see who you talking about though, huh?
It's
You
week
see who you
what,
talking
6?
about, huh?
Yeah, because we got
LSU.
people all over LSU over here. I'm
Hey,
tired of
man.
talking
Hey,
about
Go
man.
LSU.
Mark,
I'm
Hey,
just
go
saying.
We
Mark,
man.
can
I'm
talk,
go
we
about,
can
Mark,
I'm
talk
go
about
Mark.
Texas.
LSU.
You know what?
Whoa,
Yo, let's get back to college football. Let's talk about the number one team in the country. Let's
yeah,
talk about
man.
it.
How about those Longhorns, man?
Oh,
Study your
God.
It's
team.
only
Oh,
week
oh,
6.
you quiet now when I mentioned the Longhorns, huh?
Hey, you can
It's
mention them.
only week 6.
Who y'all
What do
beat?
you mean?
Who
What
y'all
that means?
beat?
Only be 6. Yeah, I'm with that. It don't mean anything.
But we know who's ranked number one right now.
Hey, what's
Yeah, in
that?
week
Finish
6,
it.
right?
You guys talk about all that
Hey, Willis,
noise,
yeah, I ain't finished this,
all
baby.
that
It don't
cash.
matter. You can
You
talk
talk.
loud.
No,
That don't bother nobody.
hold on.
Ain't nobody backing
Hold
down. Let's go, baby.
You
It's
talk.
all
You
Exactly.
about
guys.
the
You guys talk
Tigers.
about. You guys
It
talk about
don't
all that.
matter what you say. You
Y'all
can
have an
try to
L,
talk
man.
loud.
Y'all have an
You guys
L.
talk. You
We're
guys
number
talk about
one.
all that cash
We can
money
talk
shit.
loud too
You
if
talk
you
about
want.
all that
It's not
cash
clear
money
cut.
shit, saying Texas is gonna be in trouble when they go to the SEC. But guess what? They ain't in trouble. They're the number
Who
one
they
team
beat in
right
the
now.
SEC besides
Like
Mississippi
I
State?
was about to say that. Where the SEC wins at?
Who'd y'all beat in the SEC?
Hey, we never said we beat
I
South
never said
Carolina.
we beat
We
anybody in
beat
the
South
SEC.
Carolina.
Ain't we talking Texas?
Oh, wow. South Carolina.
Hold
Yeah.
up,
Ain't we
hold up.
talking
Did
about the
you bring up
Longhorns?
Dylan Stewart? Did you bring up Dylan Stewart against LSU?
Yeah.
What he did against LSU?
It doesn't matter. They lost their quarterback.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Texas beat Michigan, who beat USC, who beat LSU.
What does that mean?
What the hell does that mean?
That means we beat the team that beat the
Oh,
team that
okay.
beat
So
y'all.
Vanderbilt beat Alabama, the team that beat
They
Georgia.
did, and we're
So
going
is
to win
Vanderbilt
from
better than
Vanderbilt.
Georgia? Is Vanderbilt better than Georgia?
We
Thank
don't know.
Oh
Man,
God.
Oh,
let's
come
go.
on,
Who's,
man.
So
who's
then we
better,
don't know if
Alabama or
Texas better than
Vanderbilt? Who's
LSU.
better, Vanderbilt or Alabama?
Hey,
I
I
can't
think
tell.
Alabama.
I
I think
can't tell.
Alabama.
I
I
can't
think
tell.
Alabama.
Man,
I can't tell.
Just like I told you, I think Georgia's better than Alabama.
And I
Look,
can't tell. I saw
look.
Bama
man,
beat them.
Hey, I
Let
know
me tell you
Georgia's
hey,
something.
ranked higher, so
man.
They
Let's
shouldn't be.
go.
I
Let's
saw
go
them
to the.
play.
Let's go to the NFL
who's
picks,
ranked
man.
higher? That's what you just brought up with Texas.
Unless you play them, which they did,
Who's
Bama
ranked
beat them.
higher?
That Bama should be ranked higher.
It should is not what is.
Bama beat them.
All right, man. Let's go
And
to our.
below.
NFL
Look up.
picks. Let's go.
I'm out,
All
fella. I
right.
gotta go, man. Great show, fellas.
All
Hey,
right, bro.
Reek,
Yeah.
send me your NFL picks.
I got you. Hey, Kia,
All
we
right.
beefing. I'm out, yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Go Ravens.
All right, hold on, y'all. I'm pulling up the rankings or the standings. Sorry.
I'm enjoying this show tonight.
Yeah, the talk is different.
You're getting smacked around, Keo. Why you enjoying this so much? You a pain freak?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's getting smacked around to you.
You getting smacked around.
Hey, I will say one thing while
I
he's
can't.
pulling
I
that up.
can't. I
I
can't.
didn't
I can't
expect that
hear.
from
I
Jay
can't hear what
Daniels,
you're
though.
saying.
No,
Expect
I just
what?
said
He's having an
I didn't expect
average
that
year,
from Jay
man.
Daniels. I will give you that credit. See, I didn't expect Jay Daniels to be. I thought he was gonna be Teddy Bridgewater, and he's played way better than that.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm this is the NFL
Way
standings.
better.
Reek had a terrible week last week. It brought him down. He's still in the lead though at 24-13. Second place is C 23-14. X and Keo 22-15. And I am under 500, 18-19. I've had a bad NFL year. I don't know what's going on
Yeah.
in the NFL. All right. So, well, y'all know the deal. We do primetime games. Thursday night, Niners at the Seahawks.
Dang. All right, I'm gonna take. Oh, both of these teams been struggling lately. I can't believe the Seahawks lost to the Giants with no Malik Neighbors. To me, that says everything I need to know. I got the 49ers. You can't lose to the Giants without Malik Neighbors. So I got the Niners.
All right, I got the Niners just because they can't keep losing. They can't keep losing, man. And it's like, they're missing McCaffrey, but Mason's playing good too. I mean, he's not McCaffrey, but I mean he's playing good. And they got that so-called stud Brock Purdy there.
Yeah,
They
he
should be able to
is.
win.
He is.
They should be able to win now.
Yeah, they got I got the dark horse MVP leading Brock Purdy and the Niners beating the Seahawks this Thursday.
This will be a tough game because the Niners aren't healthy and it's in Seattle. Seattle's pissed off after that Giants L. But man, I think the Niners turn it around. They got to get the one of these wins. I got the Niners.
I was waiting for you to say the Seahawks. Woo!
No, I got the Niners. All right. London game. We got another London game. The
Wow.
Jags versus the Bears.
Okay. I was wrong about the Jags. I will say this for sure. But I wasn't wrong about the Bears. I don't think the Bears are good on offense. I know everybody's talking about their weapons. I got the Jaguars. I think they find a way to beat the Bears. The Bears do have a good defense, though. Trevor Lawrence, it was your birthday against the Colts. You got a dub. You almost gave it up. But, it's big LSU, man. Brian Thomas Jr., man. You know what he's doing, man. He's putting in work over there in Jacksonville. I got the Jaguars getting their second straight win.
All right. This is a terrible game to me, man. I don't really know who I want to pick, man. It's a toss-up. Both of them are bad. Trevor Lawrence may be the most disappointing number one quarterback picked in the draft in the last 20 years, man. I mean, it's he's really not equaling out, and he got that money, and he's just not worth it, bro. He's just not worth it.
I see what you're saying because they said he was generational when he got drafted.
He was generational. Yeah, bro. And the year before he got drafted, they said he was generational.
Yeah. Somebody on this show said it too.
I say that, and then you have Caleb Williams. He's having a rough year too. But he's a rookie, and you expect that. At least he's showing flashes. He's showing flashes now. So that makes me look at the other parts of the team. And Chicago's defense has been pretty good. So I'm gonna go with Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Chicago.
All right. For the first time, I'm gonna agree with C on something on tonight's show. I got Chicago also. Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams. It's not Brian Leaf X. He played pretty good last week. He got a huge help from DeAndre Swift, who's been huge for my fantasy team the past couple of weeks. He started to throw the ball to DJ Moore right now. Seems like that's like his favorite target right now.
Well, that motherfucker Keenan Allen, man.
I like the Bears over the Jags this weekend.
All right. I'm gonna go with the Jags, man. They gotta get a couple straight wins here somewhere. This is where it is. I think they got, I want to say New England next week, so they're gonna win 3 straight games.
Yeah.
They're gonna get a little
easy dub. New England win.
The Bears got a tough defense, so this won't be easy. Caleb Williams is finally starting to get better, but I got the Jags this week. I'm gonna go with them. All right. Next game we've got. We're gonna do this game early. The Bucks at the Saints.
Man, bro. Okay, it's in New Orleans. Okay. Is Taysom Hill playing?
No.
We don't know yet.
Hey, hold on. I said that Spencer Rattler was my dark horse to win Rookie of the Year. Y'all laughed because y'all said, there's no way they'll put him in.
There's
no way, I know I'm not saying injuries. We don't know. Things can happen like that. But today I'm going to pick Tampa Bay. But if Spencer Rattler and Taysom Hill play, I might switch my pick. But today I got the Bucks just because a lot is unknown still for the Saints. But I got the Bucks.
Y'all go ahead and go, man.
So you get to come on here and disrespect the great Jake Hayner?
Oh, well, stop.
He's Yvonne, stop posting those pictures. He's not gay. He's straight. Even though that is kind of funny though. Um, I got the Bucks though, man. That game last week against Atlanta, they should have won that game. They let that overtime touchdown, gave that play away, and Kirk Cousins ends up being player of the week. Baker's been playing really good. Mike Evans been playing really good. Also, the only issue I have is that Tampa Bay got to get that running game going. That's one of my biggest surprises. I've had this season for Tampa Bay. Like I'm actually surprised how effective that they're throwing the ball compared to how surprised they're struggling to run the ball right now. Like I think they're one of the worst running teams outside of Dallas this season running the ball. But I like the Bucks over the Saints just based off that quarterback position right now. The Saints got injury issues on both sides of the ball. But the Saints, they got to get Kamara and Chris Olave going though, man, because they were off to a slow start on the Monday night game. I like the Bucks. Bucks win.
All right. I'd always tell y'all got to be more realistic, man. The Saints season is over. I'm being dead serious, and I'm not
No,
saying
you're not. No, you're not.
because I'm a hater. No, I'm trying to actually not get y'all's hopes up. Here's the deal: you're 2-3. Derek Carr is going to miss this game. That's an L. Okay, it's a bad timing because you played right 3-4 days after that. You played Denver. Sean Payton knows your team, and plus you won't have your regular starter. That's another L. You're gonna be sitting at 2-5. The Saints season's over. I'm telling you, this hit at the wrong time. It's just not good timing. Alvin Kamara can't run the ball. You might as well just put him at receiver. He can't rush the ball at all. His numbers get worse and worse every week. I got the Bucks, and I'm going to tell y'all right now for next Thursday, I got the Broncos beating the Saints.
You're so disrespectful.
You said that they haven't allowed more than 20 points, I think, once this year or something like that. What, Jake Hanner and Rattler are going to do it? Hell no. Give me whoever's playing the Saints until used car is out. I got the Bucks this week.
Did you call him used car? Don't
Yes.
be disrespectful.
The Bucks win this game, and the Saints season's over because these injuries are going on at the wrong time. You can survive your center being out, Taysom Hill out. Soon as your quarterback's out, it's a different ballgame.
Bro, Spencer Rattler, y'all tripping. Y'all gonna see, bro.
Okay.
If Hayner's
All
right, so
Wow.
Saints record right now is 2-3, but let's be realistic about it. We also could be 4-1, considering how we lost 2 of those 3 games, right? So we look at it as in we play the Bucks next week, but are the Bucks some big juggernaut? No,
they're better than you.
Okay, but the Bucks aren't some big juggernaut. So even us playing them, the best part of our team is our defense, right? And so I think we can play with them defensively. We're still missing people. I got to see the injury report to see, because right now we're down to our third center. We on both guards of our backup guards. We're missing 2 linebackers, and we just lost our starting quarterback.
See, that's the second straight week you said that. I got to see the injury report.
You do know those players are injured, right?
Well, why can't you just determine what is?
Because I got to see the damn injury report.
That's right. Tell him, see. Tell him, see. Tell him, stop playing with your name like that.
So anyway, because educated man likes to make an educated guess. All right, so the with all that being said, is I have the Saints. We are at home.
Wow.
I think we have if they start not Jake.
Rattler.
Spencer Rattler. If they start Spencer Rattler, we have an athletic quarterback
So,
back there, and
s-
we're preparing for the future. You put him out there.
so-
Only thing about that is I'm scared because our offensive line doesn't have the chemistry that they had the first two games. All healthy, great chemistry. After then, we start losing players. You see what's happening. So you put a rookie quarterback in there behind a shaky offensive line like that, and the offensive line is doing bad. So there our running game goes. Running game has not been able to perform either. Um, but I still think we could beat the Bucks. Division rival. Division rival. We know them, and I think I'm sure we could beat the Broncos as well. So I'll tell you my pick when that comes to that time. But right now, I got the Saints over the Bucks.
You'll have the Saints over the Broncos. We know your pick. But the Saints can bring Drew Brees back for this game. They don't take an L, bro.
Wow, disrespect
You
is
can't throw a
enough.
ball no more. You're right.
Brees, I'll take Brees right now over Jake Hayner. Give me Brees right now. Over
come on, man. I mean, show some faith
I
to
would
Jake
too.
Hayner, though, man. Like, obviously, Dennis Allen has some faith in him. Like,
Hey, bro, they gonna start Spencer Rattler, bro.
you just like to go with that fancy pick. I
Hey,
mean, at least
man, Spencer
have you,
Rattler,
dude?
bro.
Have you even give Jake Hayner a chance? Like,
Let me
give him
just
a
see him.
chance.
You got a franchise quarterback back there.
I,
You better
the-
give him a
I don't need
chance.
to see
You
Spencer
got
Rattler.
you
Jake
have a week.
Hayner is
You have a
smaller
week
than
to get them
Keel,
ready.
bro.
You have a week to get them. You have a choice right now. You have a week to get them ready. You have a week to get either Jake Hayner ready or Spencer Rattler. Who you gonna waste a week on?
I'm going Spencer Rattler, bro.
I'm
I'm
going
going
Jake.
Spencer Rattler.
Well,
He has
I'm
the
going.
most upside. Let's go ahead and send him out there. If a
And
play,
not only that, see, I'll go a step further, bro. If let's just say we do struggle this year because Carr is out. Let's say Carr is out for like 4 or 5 weeks, right? And we struggle. I want
absolutely.
to know what I got. I'm just saying hypothetically. I want to know what I got with Spencer Rattler. If I see some things that are really good, I may say, well, I'm gonna roll with him moving forward in the future. But if I don't see anything and he don't show no flashes, I know that my year is kind of spent. Next year in the draft, I'm drafting one of those quarterbacks. I just got to see it. I want to see what he can do.
You could
Man,
say
you know
you
what,
could.
bro? Until we spend a first round pick on a quarterback, I draft a quarterback every year. I
Man,
don't
go
care.
to
We
the
go draft
next
him in the second through the fifth round. I draft one every year. So I
next
hit
pick,
one.
Yvonne.
All right.
Yeah.
We got the Lions at the Cowboys.
Oh, I got Detroit. There's no doubt about it. Detroit off of a bye. The Cowboys did not look impressive. I know Keel's going to try to hype them up. Dak did survive. Justin Fields played horrible in that game. I got the Lions for sure winning this game.
Justin Fields played horrible. Russell Wilson was so happy. That was crazy. Y'all boys just got Russell. Cowboys, y'all gonna get a present for Russell Wilson, bro. So just look for it. Look for it in the mail. All right. I got Detroit, man. Detroit's way better than Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys beat them last year, fair and square. Lions shouldn't have any excuses. Yeah, they did beat them though. I mean,
I didn't argue that.
if you check the score last year,
I just
they did.
laughed. What are you
No,
so,
no,
what are you
no.
so
I mean, the Cowboys did beat them though. I'm just saying.
You don't like when you laugh when he say something.
Yeah, I mean, the Cowboys did beat them. Just to want to clarify
Hey,
that.
bro. Okay. Wait, who you got in this game?
I got the Cowboys in Dallas last
So
week.
how can CB
Last week.
bias and you not laughing, Mr. Box Office, but then you don't laugh at Keel for the stuff that he does?
Because Keo is truly trolling while C's actually being serious.
No, he thinks the Cowboys are
No,
gonna win.
No, he
Write the
doesn't.
pick down. He got the Cowboys.
Listen here, Yvonne. I got the Cowboys winning this game. I swear, didn't you pick the Steelers last week?
Yes.
I didn't.
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't.
okay. Oh, okay. I'll be quiet about that. Okay, and then the Cowboys, they didn't have no Brandon Cooks. They didn't have two of their best defensive players. The guy that filled in for Michael Parsons, he was out of the game. Dak turned over the ball twice where the Cowboys should have jumped up 3 scores in that game. If the Cowboys lost this game, they would have lost this game more than the Steelers would have won that. But guess what? That came out clutch in that game in that final drive. Like, man, that was a hell of a drive, man. That was like Brady-esque, if you're asking me. Um, but I got the Lions in this game. The Lions haven't been impressive. They haven't been the best team in the NFC. If it all ended today, you say the Lions are the best team in the NFC? No, they're not the best team in the
Better than
NFC.
Dallas.
No, they're not. They beat did the Lions beat Dallas last year?
We talking about
Oh,
command here,
okay.
bro. What?
I'm just making
All
sure.
right. He got
I'm just
All right,
making
Dallas
all
sure.
right.
wrong.
I'm going next. First
Okay,
off, y'all didn't catch on.
Lions didn't beat Dallas last year. I'm just saying they
All right,
didn't.
what y'all didn't catch on is Keo was saying they beat them fair and square. He was being sarcastic.
I know what he meant by that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
because the line they got away with a phantom call. Now it's funny Keo's referring to last year as a reason, just like C was referring to the Falcons losing to the Saints from last year. No one gives a damn about last year. The
No,
Lions,
no. Here's the difference.
oh,
You
we
said
saw the
that
difference
the
this
Falcons
year,
were better than the Saints because now they had Kirk Cousins.
and they proved it a week or two ago that they
No,
were.
they did not prove that because they had Kirk Cousins. Just like you
Anyway,
went that long soliloquy about how they all this other stuff happened is the
I
reason
love
why they still
NBS.
won. We gave up 14 points. We gave them 14 points.
well, don't
Let's
give
not
it
act
up
like
next
that didn't
time.
happen.
I got the Lions. The Lions are the better team. They were better than the Cowboys last year. The Cowboys needed a call to help them.
Well, the
I got
Lions
the
put
Lions.
themselves in that situation for them to get their ass kicked. So
Well, they won't this year.
we'll
Anyway,
see.
next game. They'll always be the Redskins to me. They play
Wow.
Baltimore. Who we got in Baltimore?
Why are you so disrespectful?
I'm
Let's
not
start there.
disrespectful.
I got the Baltimore Ravens. I do
Bam.
think that the Commanders haven't played against great teams. I know the Bengals. I will say this: I do think the Bengals are still going to make the playoffs. I know y'all might think I'm tripping with that, but I do. It'll be an exciting game. It will not be just a one-sided game. I think both teams light up the scoreboard, but I'm going to take Baltimore winning this game in a close game.
I got the Ravens. I think the Commanders kind of come back down to earth a little bit, and that rushing attack for Baltimore is just crazy right now. So and when you think about it, Henry had one long run last week and a touchdown. Other than that, he was pretty quiet the whole game, but he did get that one long run. You have to account for that. So I got Baltimore. I don't think they have anything for I don't think the Commanders have anything for Baltimore's rushing game.
We This game is featuring 3 of the best running backs in the NFL this year. Derrick
Don't
Henry, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, man.
What?
Definitely going to be looking forward to all these running backs to rack up
What?
a lot of rushing
You are
yards right now.
destroying the credibility of this show by saying something.
That's my opinion,
Bruh.
though. That's my opinion, though. There's
Bruh,
3 good
I
running
swear,
backs,
bro.
man.
Destroying the
Sports
Hey,
credibility.
Junkie
I
Radio
let you
coming
hold
soon.
on,
This
hold
is
on. I let
blasphemy.
you pick. Let me pick now.
I
So
agree.
they got 3 of the best running backs playing in this game: Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, and Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry has been amazing. I think
Bruh.
well, I'm not even gonna call them
He's not
Commanders. They should have.
MVP either,
I'm not even gonna call them Commanders. They should have been named the Washington Generals. That's the right name to be named. The Washington Generals. They should have. They have not played anybody. I think they are complete pretenders. If they do win this game, I will give them the respect that they deserve. They are in the lead for the division right now, but I think the Ravens are a team that has been on the road. They beat the Bengals. They beat the Bills. They had that crazy game against the in week 1 where they should have won. I got the Ravens, man. The Ravens looking pretty good right now. Ravens over the Generals or Commanders, whatever you call them.
All right, if there's an over under on a combined rushing yards here, take the over 500 yards. If you like running the ball, watch this game. Look, the Redskins haven't beaten anybody.
Bruh.
They have not beaten anybody. I got the Ravens. They're the better team. They're going to win this game. Simple as that. All right. Sunday night game. If you're an LSU fan, that's going to get you excited. The Bengals at the Giants. Hella LSU fans. Who we got?
Come on, man. The Bengals, man. Hey, bro. I know their defense is trash. You know what's ironic though? We picked the Saints Bucks game, but we didn't pick no Colts game. And that just tells you everything you know. We picked the Cowboys game. We picked
There's a
the
reason for that.
Commanders game. We didn't pick no Colts game though. But
Well,
I
'cause
think
we played the Titans.
there. Let's stay on topic.
'Cause we played
I got the
Titans.
Bengals beating the Giants. Look, I know Joe Burrow and the Bengals have lost, but it hasn't been because of Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, low key, has played really good this season. I think he has. How many interceptions? I don't have no computer in front of me. 2, yeah. How many touchdowns, Yvonne?
12.
12 to 2. He is balling. That defense at some point has to stop somebody. Well, guess who's coming into town? The New York Giants. If there's ever a time for you to stop somebody, it has to be Daniel Jones. I'm not calling him Danny Dimes. Daniel Jones and the New York Football Giants. So, yeah, I got the Bengals in this one. They'll get their second win. And now things start to rule in their favor.
Wasn't things supposed to start rolling a couple weeks ago?
Hold on now. Don't do that. Go ahead, see. Pick the Giants then. Both of y'all talking about the Bengals are done. Pick the Giants.
I never said the Bengals were done.
Okay.
Go ahead,
see. I'm
see.
sorry.
Go ahead, see.
Oh, Lord.
I did
See
see.
over there watching Malik Neighbors.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Keo.
Okay, man.
All right, man. A whole
Oh,
lot of
man.
LSU stuff going on. You know what's up with it.
Thank God we're blurry and we can't see that. nonsense.
Nah, man. I'm going. Oh no, I guess it's my Wi-Fi. I guess it's my Wi-Fi because you're getting stuck.
Yeah, because you do that
I'm going
nonsense.
with the Bengals, man.
All right, man.
All right. So we picking this matchup. I ain't talking about the future.
Let's go, Keo. Let's go.
Go ahead, Keo.
You mentioned that they gotta stop Danny Dimes, but you forgot they gotta stop the best rookie right now.
Well, you got to play first. We got to know for sure.
Malik Neighbors. I'm assuming he's playing. I don't think he should be out that long if the Giants want any type of chance. But I'm taking the Bengals though. There's no way the Bengals lose to these freaking Giants. Giants that would impress way against Seattle. I'm not sold on that. I'm still taking the Bengals.
All right, I think the Bengals secondary played better if us four were back there. I don't know what the hell they've been doing on defense. I literally don't know. I mean, they're pathetic on defense. I'm gonna go with the Bengals just because the Giants are more pathetic. Malik Neighbors should be back, but look, Daniel Jones, one of the worst starting quarterbacks in the NFL. He better enjoy his time starting. This is last year starting. Maybe you should go back to college. Oh wait, you can't do that. So yeah, I got the Bengals.
Hey, y'all two, you and Keo need to start your own podcast, the Disrespectful Podcast. Y'all so doggone disrespectful.
You just gave me an idea.
Hey, bro, y'all are disrespectful, bro.
Y'all got mine?
No, what you saying, see?
All right, my bad, man. It's a whole lot of LSU stuff going on over here. You know what it is. You know what it is. We got one of the biggest that ever come out of LSU that's gonna take the win, though. We got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. They're gonna take the win. So I got the Bengals.
I swear to God, if the Bengals lose this game, bro,
I'll be
It's
with
the
you,
game.
Ron.
Is the game in New York?
it is in New York.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
okay.
give them they played at Clark Field.
Well, New
I,
Jersey,
Street.
technically.
I think Malik, if he plays, I think he's gonna want to show out. Like he's gonna be like,
Hey,
"Yay!"
speaking of Clark Field, man, before we get off of this show, I gotta ask y'all a question about that, but we're gonna talk about it in a few minutes.
Let's go Monday night game.
All right, Monday night game. We got the Bills at the Jets. I couldn't think of a better Monday night game after they just fired Salah.
I got Buffalo. Buffalo's coming off of a loss to Houston. The Jets, I just don't like what I'm seeing from them, man. And them losing Salah, that's a big loss to me. I think that the defense hasn't played great, but they've been good, like Yvonne said. I think it was Yvonne or Keel, one of them said it earlier in the show. And yeah, I just think Buffalo, they'll figure it out. Shakur should be playing this game. I know he missed last week. I think he was a big loss. But Buffalo will win this game.
I got Buffalo, man. I got Buffalo just because I was never big on the Jets. I wasn't in on them. The Aaron Rodgers, Brees Hall, all that. I didn't believe in it. I was right. And I got the Bills.
Wait a minute. Is this the cliff of Josh Allen falling
Oh,
for the
God.
third
Here we
straight
go.
game?
Here we
No,
go.
let's not ignore what happened last week. We that elite quarterback, that stud, was nowhere to be found. He got outplayed for CJ Stroud, big time. He didn't show up.
And what's
Big
the big
timers,
deal,
elite quarterback supposed to show up, and he didn't. I'm taking the Jets in this game. The Jets got a lot going on right now. I think when things like this happen, like major injuries, or somebody gets fired, the team rally with each other, and I think they will rally with each other. I'm taking the Jets over the Bills.
Hey, I got a question before we leave on that. Nico Collins, what y'all think about the injury?
It's hamstring, and you see with AJ Brown, you usually never play the following week off a hamstring. I'm assuming he's out at least a game or two.
Yeah, I think it's a huge hit, but it's not that much of a huge hit because they still got Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs there, so I don't think they're gonna be missing him that much.
But I mean, he was their premier receiver. He was definitely the best out of the lot.
I mean, he's not out long term,
Yeah.
but those hamstrings are tricky, though.
And
You think-
I'll even throw some in there for you fantasy lovers out there. And I know it's going to sound funny what I'm about to say, but Robert Woods is going to be straight for them in the slot. So they're going to be all right. I'm not worried about that. Like Yvonne said, he's going to come back 2 weeks. Even if you give him 3 weeks off, they'll be all right.
Robert Woods, I actually felt like the Rams should have traded and got Robert Woods back after they got those receivers
Injuries?
out. Yeah, they should have traded and got him or Cooks back. I think they should have reached back in their bag and pulled the Kansas City and brought somebody back.
Yvonne,
well-
did you pick?
No, I got the Bills just because I don't know what the hell I'm getting out of the Jets right now. I picked them against Minnesota. They almost pulled it off, but I don't know. I just don't know what I'm getting here. Maybe they win and maybe they get going, but I gotta go with the Bills right now.
All right,
That's
man.
all the picks.
Yeah, well, that's all the picks. Let's wrap things up, man. and
Hold
go to our shout-outs.
on, Q. I know y'all don't know what about this, but I just want y'all to take a pic just for your boy. And Q, I want you to put this out because I guarantee y'all viewership for this. All right. Y'all ready? This Friday night at Clark Field, it is the biggest game in the city of Lafayette. You got the LCA Knights taking on the LRCH Tigers. Man, listen, if y'all don't know about these two teams, I know y'all not from Louisiana, they are literally separated. I'm not even making this up. My man's on the show. His barbershop and his shop is literally what separates these two schools. You can walk from one campus to the other. They're literally not even a mile apart. I promise you it's not. This
So-
game features LRCH, the Tigers, where I work at, We are undefeated. We've never lost this year. Our coaching staff came from LCA. And for anybody out there, LCA is one of the juggernauts in Louisiana high school football. But they have
What
struggled this year. I think they're one
what
and
what?
four right now.
wh-
But they played some heavy hitters. They said we
So
haven't played anybody.
wait a minute. So the other school you're playing is LCH. That's what they're called.
LCA.
LCA.
LRCH is playing
LCA.
LCA.
LCA. Do you got any words for the LCA school right now and that
Hey, hey,
football
hey,
team?
hey, I'm respectful, but I'm gonna tell you, what up, LCA? Hey, shout out to all my boys, man. Look, man, Jameson, Skip, y'all know I love y'all, man. But I gotta roll with my Tigers, man. Y'all know what time it is. You know what type of time we on? I got the Tigers knocking off the night train, and it's gonna be a really good one here, man. I'm telling y'all, this is one of them
I
ones. Hey, it's one of them ones, y'all.
I heard rumors are swirling around in Lafayette right now that you may be acquiring Mr. Bryant.
Hey, hey,
Oh
we
my
got a
man,
few
I
things up our
did.
sleeve. Hey. We got somebody from
What's
Cali that might be coming over, but don't say nothing.
what's going on, Mr. Bryant? Are you jumping that ship? Are you gonna pull the Aaron Rodgers? What's going on?
Oh, oh,
Hey man, hey man. Snoop once said, "Death Row is the label that pays me. Northside is the school that pays me." Hey, so that's where I'm at right now. So as a matter of fact, man, and this is just picking at you, X. We're gonna go back to what defines a big game. All right. So y'all are undefeated, but LCA is 1-4. All
yeah.
right. So
But they've lost to really good teams across
yeah,
the
they've
board.
lost to really good teams in their pedigree. What makes this game good is the backstory. Like you said, y'all's coaching staff comes from LCA. LCA, they're feeling the pain from losing their coaching staff. Let's put it like that. And LRCH is reaping the benefits of bringing their coaching staff in. So like I said, I originally was a Tiger, so I'm big. I'm big LRCH. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh.
I'm gonna pick y'all in the game. I'm gonna pick y'all in the game, but I do happen to I do know some of the players at LCA, so I'm gonna root for those players, but I'm gonna rooting for y'all over there at LRCH in the game. And if we're talking about big games this week, though, we got to talk about the Northside Vikings hosting STM Cougars. All right, we're gonna bring them over there. We're gonna bring them over there to the north side, send them back over there to the other side of town with a big L to take with them. All right.
What what's
And
your
this
guys'
is
record? See?
our record is 2-3. It's two
Just
and
like
three
the
right
Saints.
now. Huh?
Wow.
Just like the Saints.
Just like the same, but different. We're not dealing with no injuries over here. That's who we are.
Oh,
I know the atmosphere will be electric because STM is another traditionally good program in the city, but they're having a down year. And if we're gonna ever catch them, this will be the year to catch them. So I know we're gonna have a big pep rally, a big crowd in there supporting them. I'll be calling the game live on Viking TV 93.1. You can check us out on our YouTube channel and see me calling the game, hear me calling the game, and it's gonna be exciting. Me and Vinny B gonna call the game. It's hilarious. My boy Exton, he had to go take his talents back to his own school, so
If you
uh,
need me, I'll be there. I just can't be there this Friday. I
yeah,
can't be
no.
there this Friday.
all right, man. Our LRCH and LCA goes down this weekend. Best of luck to both
Who
teams.
you got,
I'm rolling.
Keo?
Who you got?
Well, I'm in support for you. So I'm going with LRCH, man. What's up?
Hey, Yvonne, I know you a hater. I'm waiting for it. Who you got, Yvonne?
It sounds like C's team is just trash without injuries. So I'm gonna go with X's team, but I will say I'd rather watch that than the WNBA.
Wow. Well, no, me and C's teams We're are not not playing. playing each other, Yvonne.
Oh yeah, you playing that other team that's like 1-4 that lost to good teams. I'll go with you or whatever they are. I'll go with the X's team because it seems like they just better.
Hey, and look, for all my people out there, man, listen. To all the kids that's playing the game, listen. We having a good time, but I really hope y'all all the best. I just want a good competitive game. And shout out to both sides. I know people on both sides, man. And let's just have fun with it. And whoever wins, we shake their hand and we say good game. That's all it has it
Man,
comes down
man,
to.
man, y'all going 1-5. Forget that, man. Uh,
But I'm gonna shout out first. Shout out to LRCH, man. We started the year undefeated. Hey, listen, one game at a time. One game at a time, one play at a time, one quarter at a time. No need to try to look past this week. We have LC in front of us. Everybody in the city's talking about it. See, not Troy D did a promo video for this game.
I just saw it. I didn't listen to it. I just heard his voice. You
So
won't believe.
this boy said people are gonna be what he said? Skydiving just to get a seat into Clark Field, bro. It's crazy, but shout out to both teams, man. Just want all the players to be healthy and safe afterwards. And good luck to both sides. But y'all know I gotta rock with LRCH, man. But shout out to y'all boys for a great show. Even though we talk crazy to each other, it's all love. Y'all already know what it is, man.
All right, I'll go next. Yeah, like I said, y'all. I'm warning y'all about the Saints' next two games. Both gonna be L's, so be realistic. I don't want y'all to get y'all's hopes up anymore. I'm trying to help here, okay? And then when y'all 2-5, then y'all gonna be like, "Wow, he did try to warn us." So,
Bro, what are you talking?
not only is the Saints taking an L, LSU's taking an L this weekend. Don't even check the NBS chat. I'm warning y'all right now. Don't even check it. Me and Keo going crazy in there this weekend. But anyways, a fun show as usual. Man, this college football slate is insane. October 12th, stay in your house, watch these games, enjoy it, and hook 'em horns.
Oh God.
All right. Let me go ahead and jump this off by saying I gotta send a shout out to that Scott 10 and 11 team with that star running back / outside linebacker Edward Bryant. We playing CSA this weekend, Saturday morning, 9:00. You can go check us out at Clark Field. So y'all leave a little Clark Field for us to tie up over there.
I might pull up. Watch now.
Hey, come check him out, man. Check him out, bro. Yeah, had a great debut in the Jamboree, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hey, bro, you already know we out here working, bro.
Hey, see, I'm telling you now. Acadiana, stop that. Neff not going there. It's big LRCH over here.
Hey, man, we looking for NIL deals, bro. That's what we looking for. That's what we working on, NIL. By that time, oh yeah, we in the lab. I'm trying to get some of that Gordon McKernan money. All right, but that leads me into my last bit of shout outs. They always go to my family, Hunter Morgan, Tori, Christian, Ali, and Edward. Daddy, love y'all. I'll see you in just a second. To my beautiful wife, Latricia, I love you too. I'll see you in just a second. And to Pat Pat's babies, my grandson and granddaughter, Marcel Carter Bryant and Azaria Grace Bryant. I love y'all too. I'll see you in just a second, even if it's just on a picture. And all y'all over there at the NBS, man, appreciate y'all boys for having me on there. I love y'all too. We're going to catch y'all next week. Wow. Smack y'all around again and let y'all know it's big LSU and big New Orleans Saints around here. Know what I'm talking about?
I'm from Louisiana.
Shout out to C, shout out to Yvonne, X, Reek. Episode 61, man. It was an interesting show. This show I enjoyed more than the past couple of shows that we've done in quite some time.
Pain-free.
Thanks to you guys. You guys, when we were talking about the freaking NFL, then you guys want to go back to damn college football. And look at this. We supposed to be finished the show hours ago. But hey, that's what happens when you do these sports shows, man. You don't know what's gonna happen. Expect the unexpected. But shout out to everybody that tunes and supports us, man. Nbs Show Episode 61. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. We out.
Boot up or shut up.